Hey everybody, Todd Glass here from the Todd Glass Show, here with my good friend Jake Adams. You know, Jake, I got some news today you're not even going to believe.
What is it? I'm so excited.
Well, T-Fury, you know, of course, they're the original pop culture t-shirt destination selling unique designs every day since 2008.
Shut up! 2008? Shut the fuck up!
Well,
my goodness, shut the front door!
I know why.
And shut it up, because that's crazy.
Well, I know what you mean, because you don't want to go to a company that just started a year ago. Not that they won't lead to great things. I like 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14. They know what they're doing. You can snag their shirts for only 24 hours starting...
What? 24 hours?
Midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight?
Shut the fuck up, right?
Oh my, 24 hours?
All right, listen, something about T-Fury else. I want you to know more. T-Fury shirts cover all your favorite topics and fandoms. They've got everything.
Fandoms?
Fandom, sure. Gaming, sci-fi, TV, movies, pop culture, and more.
What else is there? What's the more?
I don't know.
Tell me what the more is.
Well, I don't know what it is right now.
Oh, God, I need to know.
Well, you need to know what?
I just need to know what else there is.
It just says more.
Well, there's got to be something else.
Well, I can't tell you now because I don't know.
Well, that's just fantastic.
All right, well, let me finish the ad. Come on, you can't interrupt an ad like this. It's very unprofessional. Listen, let's get to the chase here. T-Fury, these are good people. Here's what you got to do, right? And by the way, you can, their T-shirts, they change daily, so check back as often as you'd like.
I got 7 of them on right now.
See? So listen, check out tfury.com/Nerdist and see what today's shirt is all about. T-Fury. Oh, I love them. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to say about T-Fury?
I just want to say that T-Fury are so comfortable that it just makes you want to say, sick tits.
God bless you, and God bless America. And guess what? Here comes my opening to the show. Well, funny seeing you here. What a coincidence. Bumping into you. And when I say you, I mean you. No, you. You. No. You. That's right, you. See? And you too. All of you. And then you over there. Funny bumping into you here. Well, you can't say I'm not entertaining. Ew. Watching Seinfeld right now, it's so funny. So anyway, okay. Gabe, our normal trumpet player, was not there today, but JJ was there, and he was great. He was really great. JJ. Let's find out if he tweets or something and give you a link to that. He was really good. And then Graham Elwood was our guest. I thought that we were going to pass out. He was making us laugh so hard. God damn. He's funny. If you see he's at a comedy club, you should go to his website and see where he's performing. And then you should fucking go. Because, because what the fuck else you got going on? I laugh at my own jokes. Sad, some people would say. All right. Remember, I'm coming to Good Nights in Raleigh. Am I saying it right? It's like the week after next or something. Not the week approaching, but the week after that. All right, next week, Tom Martin, a family show. Well, it's Fred Stoller is going to be on a show, and then we're going to have two-part show. But anyway, but there's a podcast the week after next. We're just going to have don't even worry what I just said. Don't even worry. Don't worry. All right, listen. Enjoy the show. I think I said everything I need to say. All right. We're going to have a good show next week. Start talking about some stuff. Bye-bye. Not yet. Aristotle, you doing all right? Are you? Why don't you answer? You should record an answering and then put it in right here. Hey, Aristotle, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, good to hear you're doing fine. Now I'm going to listen to the show and see what you did with that. Okay, everybody, enjoy the show. Goodbye.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck are you assholes fucking doing? We're about to do a goddamn podcast.
Listen to this, folks.
Get it the fuck right. Who the fuck are these 5 weirdos
Listen to
sitting
this.
around a goddamn...
This is my manager. This is my manager. He does not know that we're recording him. Listen to what he yells.
Listen, don't you guys fuck this up. All right?
I know, but we're starting to...
He does not know, I swear
do
to
you
you.
think Todd be funny?
I know, Graham.
Yeah. Just be like, woo.
My manager. I mean...
He's going to be great. Todd's great. Just get up there and be great. Everybody listen around. Gather around. Let
What's
Todd
your name
be
for this
crazy.
bit? I need a name. Johnny.
Johnny.
You're my manager. He's my manager. Back to the bit. He does not know where we're recording him, and this is what he's like. I want you to hear it.
All right.
I know. No.
Fuck today.
This doesn't help me relax.
You fucking relax and be up there and be fucking funny. Get up there.
Be up there. I'm not on stage.
Get up there and be funny. Sit in your goddamn podcast.
This
chair.
does not make me want to perform. I can't even fucking do it now.
Todd, do you know who I've got listening? I've got Earwolf's assistant's going to be listening to this, all right? The Earwolf assistant, I've got him locked in.
I know, but I can't relax when you come in here. This is what you do when I perform.
Okay.
And I asked you.
I'm calm and react. You're all overreacting. I'm trying to get you ready to go.
To what you just said a minute ago.
Do you know what
I can't relax. We got candles lit. You come in here telling everybody, relax. It can't. You can't.
I have the guy that's second in charge of making iTunes stationary. Do you know what that means? He's a direct link, all right? Printed iTunes. That's the next level, okay? Think of what I'm trying to say. Just do your funny thing. Just be like, ta, woohoo.
Is that what I do?
Yeah. Just don't you play a song or whatever? Cue up 15. Let's fucking get it
Oh, I
going.
love your version of what I fucking do.
It's great. I love it. Todd, I've been a supporter since the beginning.
Every time.
A very funny guy.
I love that guy. He has no idea how it is to perform.
And you know that he's like
Pause it for 1 second. What is it?
You know that this guy is, I don't even want to say mid-level manager. You know what I mean?
He doesn't get. He doesn't do anything.
He has no juice. He is always wrong.
Be careful.
All right, I know.
Oh, he's wrong at everything.
At every turn.
Every piece of advice.
Every piece of advice, every business move, every time he thinks he's like, checkmate. You know, he's fucking it up for you.
Remember one time you told me, I've got people from the Animal Planet here.
For you doing stand-up. Like,
Yeah. Well, how's that going to help
How
me?
are they really? Are they doing a comedy thing?
Go ahead.
A very funny guy, Todd Glass.
If you fucking call me back this time,
Hello?
don't call me ever again.
Hello, is Josh on the show today?
Sir, yes, he is in the studio, please.
Hey, it's Zach. Oh? Zach. Listen, man, I really want to come on the
Fun.
podcast. I've got stuff to promote.
Comedy Central presents Todd Glass.
This is fucking exciting.
Todd Glass, Ryan Regan.
Oh, my God.
Again.
Shut the fuck up.
If you don't want me to do
Seriously, shut the
podcast,
fuck up.
just, I don't know. Let me know that.
This is fun.
You want
This
me
is
to beg?
such a big deal tonight.
It's man.
I don't want to tell you why,
Guy
but
who can't come on the Todd Glass show.
what you did to me was wrong. Mark Maron.
The Todd Glass Show.
Tricked me.
Found at Nerdist.com.
I'm supposed to go on and talk about my Comedy Central special. Oh, what's this? It's Tiffany. Tiffany? Whatever they fucking call it. This is the real deal. Oh. Look at this. Look at us. Look at us. I'll go for that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, excuse me. I know you're a man of the Lord. First of all, Graham, I'm going to start by saying this. I am so excited that you were here. All day I was giggling at things you might do. I was literally giggling. I was pretending things I would say and then you would say it. And I go, by the way, I'm not going to try to lead us down that path. That would be the only destruction. But in my head all day, I'm like, oh, Graham will do this. And you already did the thing perfect. You give Graham, let me tell you something. You and Eddie Pepitone if I was, like you would be my go-to if I was, a big director doing, you know what I mean? Like you take direction well. You take comedic direction. You do it, and then you fucking do it. Eddie Pepitone does the same thing. Like, Eddie, maybe you could do this, and he fucking delivers, and then I get happy, and everybody's happy.
It's good business.
When your mother's happy, everybody's happy. You know that thing they say about the mom? When mom's happy, everybody.
Yeah.
It means she's a bitch.
Yeah, she's a fucking royal pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And that house sucks.
Oh yeah,
that's an awful house to live in.
Yeah. Well, how about when everybody's happy, everybody's happy?
Yeah. Why do we all got to dance? That she's the she like has a crazy temper. You know what I mean? Like, keep mom happy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's going to just fucking, you stupid cocksuckers. And she's just going to beat you up and shit like that.
Graham Elwood's our guest, and we'll be back.
Oh.
I like to make a big deal about things. A lot of shows don't do that. You lob out a gem, and then, and then they just fucking forget about it. Okay, let me rip through this. First of all, I'm very happy to be here because I say that every week, but I am every week. It is fun. It's an intense. Look, I've been through. I've said it all. I know I have these names up here. I don't want to be paranoid. You guys Alan Strickland Williams is here, and we can give a nice round of applause. I like to, some member became unhip to do anything. Oh, you don't want to applaud. Yeah, we applaud for people. And Josh, and I'm gonna have Androsky, right? And maybe I want to tease this because I told Alan and Josh, I said, I have Graham on the show this week. Why don't you guys just come? You get the the energy of the room, and then you guys come back next week or whenever you can, the week after. And I want to tease the audience with this because I think I like teases, and we'll find out what the tease is. We'll be back right after this. Cool.
That was way too loud.
I know, we'll lower it a little. I have it on, we'll explain JJ in a second over there. He's with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Anyway, no, he's not. Why did I say no, he's not? What am I, a horrible comic?
You're the worst improviser. You get a premise and then kill it.
Because I'm afraid, no, he's not. Yeah. No.
So you're like in an improv, you're like, hey, we need a place you'd go to work. And I'm like, a fire station. Yeah, we're in a fire station. That should be dumb. Okay, we need another one. All right.
I don't want to be in a fire station.
Who wants to go there?
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I feel like I haven't been here in a while because we were... Oh, so next week, if you want to do it, it's fine. Sure. Both of you. Josh, how many years ago was that you know what I'm going to talk about, that you were on The Price is Right?
That was 2012.
And he did mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
And he didn't know he would get picked. And then I watched the video. It's like... And you know what I like the most about it? And I don't want to tell anymore. Drew is great. He's not. Drew's like a comic. Like you can tell he's liking it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know he's on mushrooms, obviously, but he knows he's a character, and he's like just really, and you can tell Drew's just like eating it up. By the way, I love watching Drew on that show.
He's great.
He's great, and he looks, and it's exciting, and you can. It just, I don't know why I like watching him do it. It's fun for me
because he's having a blast. He's just like, the story on it too. They offered it to him. He's like, I don't want to do that, and they kept offering him more and more money. So he's like, okay, now I'm going to buy a soccer team.
So that's the same thing I heard. I'll just do fun things because he's got to be.
He doesn't need money.
I heard he gets all his money with Jerry Seinfeld, and they rent a bouncy balloon. Those things you can have the parties in, and you bounce up and down. All the kids go, and they put all their money in there, and they jump around. Is that true?
Yeah. I saw it online.
All right, so let me rip through this because once I rip through this, I'll feel better. So give me, say whatever you want. I don't care, but I'm going to rip through this really quick, okay? Why? Say anything you want. That's what you want to say? I didn't mean that. I meant if you wanted to wait.
You're like, I got to rip through this, and I know as a podcast host, we got to get through some business, and we just did a show today for Comedy Film Nerds, and their guest saw that, leaned back in their chair, and as the host, I was like, okay, good, they know, we'll get to them in a second. And since I knew you needed to do that, I just had to ruin it. Not even a joke, just a dumb noise.
I always want to not do this now. I go, you know what, I'll do it on the opening that I do at my house from my phone, But I'll feel better if I get through this now. Just give me 5, set the clock. I'm going to go through this very quick. What's this? I don't understand my writing ever since Kyle. Irving, what scene? Sense? This is embarrassing for me.
In what sense?
In what sense? Oh, I thought that was, well, you know, if somebody says a word you don't know, you can always go, I don't know why I thought this was like funny, and then I've started to realize when you could use it. They say a word you don't know. If you don't want to admit it, you just go, like, in what sense? And then they have to explain it. You
Nice.
go, oh, now I fucking know.
Nice.
Katie,
it's like just going. How do you spell your name again?
Oh,
You forget the name?
Bob.
Yeah, B-O-B. Oh, B-O-B. Okay.
What did you think it was? How would you get out of that? If I go, yeah, it's Bob. How did you think I spelled
Well,
it?
no, I thought you were going by Robert before or Bobby.
Oh,
or-
you're good.
Oh, slickery dickory dock.
That's right, motherfuckers. Our guest is Graham Elwood. Josh Androsky's here with Alan Strickland Williams, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to tell you possibly anywhere from 1 to 20 jokes. Also, sitting over there is Aristotle. My friend JJ's over there. And young Jake Adams. Faded out. Okay, let me get through this real quick. Katie dinner. That's not that important. You know what? I'll put this over here. Does anyone have a pen? I can put it over here. I'll feel better. I went out to dinner. It's these things that I put on my thank yous. I don't know if I'm going to do this later. Well, I'll talk about it now. I went out to dinner with my niece Katie, and she's 22. And we're sitting at the restaurant. I'd met her at her house when I was in Philadelphia. And I smoked a little pot, and then we went out to dinner. It was great. We went down to South Philadelphia, and we walked around. It was just awesome. It's great when your nieces and your nephews turn into your friends. And so we're at the restaurant, and I'm thinking inwardly, what do people think of this relationship? But I think that's just in my paranoid head. Right. Then out of nowhere, Katie, my niece, goes, what do you think people think of our relationship? I go, Katie, that's what I just thought. So I go, so then all of a sudden, by the way, everything I'm saying is true, but my perception of it might be a little off kilt because I'm smoking. So then out of nowhere, I'm paranoid already. It looks like I'm an older guy with this 21-year-old girl, and which helps my image. That's right, I'm fucking her. Anyway, that's gross. If it wasn't, it's my niece. So, but anyway, that's the joke. So,
it's gross but funny.
Yeah, it's gross but funny.
Let's call it what it is.
Gross but funny. Oh, we could be an improv troupe.
Gross but funny. Gross but That's all they do.
We'll be back with Graham Elwood. Gross but. All right, listen. So all of a sudden, she says really loud, she's just talking. By the way, everything I'm telling you she said it was true, but I'm worried at the volume at the other tables. If they're already thinking what's going on over there, she goes, oh, my God, have you ever had grape vodka? I'm like, oh, my God, they think I'm talking about grape vodka with her. Like, she looks, and my niece looks like she's 16. So then she gets a drink, and she goes, I should have smoked a little with you when I left. I said, nah, no big deal, And then when she gets her first drink, she goes, oh, good, this will loosen me up a little. I'm like, Katie, please do not yell these things really loud. And then she tells the waiter.
Remember when you got me drunk in high school? Just like...
With grape Kool-Aid. They're thinking, he's talking. They don't know she brought up the grape Kool-Aid. All they hear is grape Kool-Aid. Like, that motherfucker's offering that girl grape Kool-Aid. Grape vodka. But anyway, then she asked the waiter, she goes, can I ask you a question? And I go, Katie, do not. I knew it. She goes, what do you think, like, of our relationship? I go, okay, he thinks there's definitely something going on. That's why we're paranoid and we're covering. So anyway, I ate aggressively and left. So there's that. My niece listens to the show. So anyway, O'Neill put together a best of the show. His name is O'Neill. I like that name, O'Neill, and he put together a best of the show. But he did it really good. There's so many best moments that you can't you got to do it this way. So here we go.
Those audiences, you guys have done great. And but I like Funger so much that Brad was Thursday.
So anyway, that's going to be on our bonus reel. There's a best of show. We just layered it. There's so much shit you can't just do one at a time. We had to layer 6 shows on top of each other. Give a little more of that. These are genuinely moments from the show.
And but I like Funger so much that Brad was.
All right, there's that. All right, come on, let's move on. I want to get to Graham really quick. When I was in San Francisco, this gentleman by the name of Adam, who listens to the show, Adam Flowers, every night he sent a song in, and every night I walked out to this song. I loved it. I put my jacket on my finger, like old school, like you'd see like over your back, and you're carrying it on with your finger. And I walked out with a pin spotlight on me, following me to the mic.
His childhood home of Philly seems somehow drab and gray, and something's off at home.
Pause it for a second. In all fairness to so you respect my comedic ability, we did, it's okay, but we did start the song where you're going to hear here. We edited this part out and we started right. Keep going and I'll tell you where.
Smoggy hot L.A., it's depressing on the road. Fighting hecklers out in Davis, they can't compare to our city by the bay.
Here's when ladies and gentlemen, Todd Glass, and I strum out onto
Welcome, Todd Glass.
That's gorgeous.
I know.
Who's this guy singing?
To San Francisco.
I was in my glory, Adam.
High on fresh air.
So, Adam, it was every night. I think you were there.
Is that Adam's voice?
Yes. He's got a great voice.
That's amazing.
I know.
I want that kind of song in every city I go to.
I know. It's exciting to walk out to that. But anyway, don't get me started. So thank you, Adam. That was really appreciated. And then somebody gave me this. Do you know what? I've said this before, but like I am the people that come out to see the show, I'm very happy with who they are. I'm proud of them. I'm glad. You know, over the years, we've heard radio people that go, oh, they make fun of their audience. Oh, they're so stupid. Like, yeah, that's who you draw.
Right.
Now, I get it. Some people draw a double audience. They have their smart audience and then the people. I get it, and it's not their fault. It's just maybe they did some work that is out of their control over the audience. That there's exceptions. But when it's only your radio show, it's not like, you know, like you're a great stand-up comedian, but then you did other work that then those morons come out to see. When it's only your radio show, how do you not sit back and go, yeah, that's our audience? You know, it's our fault. We cultivated this audience. So I'm really happy, and they know somebody gave me this after the show, and I loved it. I love this thing. It's a Mr. Rogers thing, and it has these.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
And then it has.
Do you ever talk about love with somebody you care for?
These are all things he said 40 years ago. They all make sense, even though they're on a silly little recorder here.
I think I'll make a snappy.
Well, not that one, but this.
The way you are. Discovering truth will make me free.
Discovering truth will make me free.
Mr. Rogers was saying that to kids.
I know, and it was.
That's beautiful,
Graham. I love you. I love you because you think the same way I do about it. Like you're like he said that to kids.
He was saying that to kids. He wasn't. He was, and just that show.
By the way, just so you know, real quick, it wasn't when it was on where I appreciated it. I wasn't a kid that watched it. You might go, well, wait a second. Then why do you? It was later in life when I realized as an adult, like, oh, how forward thinking he was.
I think I'm not as dumb as you. I think that
the most genuine.
So genuine. You just said you loved me.
Please won't you be my neighbor? I think I'll make a snappy new day. Do you ever talk about love with somebody you care for? I hope you do.
It's great.
I know. I think I remember watching it as a kid and I liked it because he had kid stuff. King Friday and all that stuff. And then as you get older, you do start to really appreciate that. You go, wow, the 70s was this time where hippies ran TV, and it was just like, it was amazing.
And people thought they didn't get it. I don't mind if you can make fun. If you love something and you get it and you get the brilliance of it, yes, you can make fun of it too. But I don't think when they were making fun of Mr. Rogers on any shows that they really got, and I'm not saying you can't do both. You can admire someone, you can hold them up in high regard, and that doesn't mean that you can't tease them.
Right.
But I don't necessarily know if they knew how brilliant and important that he was when they were doing those bits about him.
Well, I mean, that was the era we grew up in the 70s, and you'd watch shows like that, and then like the Free to Be You and Me album where Rosie Greer sang It's All Right to Cry. Like that was amazing. That was amazing that he did that. This big football player did that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that anything like that is a.
And it helped raise a whole generation of pussies. I just totally turned it the other way.
So okay, that's good. Well, Adam, thank you. That's okay. You know what I realized, and again, this is going to be quick, but I just thought I made a weird analogy here that might make sense. I think I figured out a weird analogy how to explain Bill O'Reilly. he doesn't understand. Like, you know, when if you might know this, you might not, but once I explain it, you'll get it. Like, sometimes if you're a dentist, you understand that there can be pain over here, and you're like, oh, your right side of your face. But a dentist understands that it could be the tooth could be over on this side. It's hard to explain, but a dentist understands there's diverted pain, and your tooth hurts on this side, but the pain for some reason, and he gets that. So you have to understand that. Bill O'Reilly doesn't understand that, like, what surface looks to him like something, he doesn't understand that there might be deeper explanation to what I get with the way his mind thinks. I get it in his mind. He thinks it's just so ironclad. Like, no, my tooth hurts over here on the right side. So what are you fucking telling me that the pain's over there? Right. But a dentist is like, it is. I don't know how to tell you that. And he goes, and when the guests leave, he goes back to his original thought. No. There's an explanation to this. And if you follow me, it's not always that easy. You know, and he doesn't get that. He just, the way he looks at things, he's not able to, like, go.
Maybe.
I'm not giving him a compliment.
No, I know what you're saying. I think, I don't know that it's that he's just has this sort of whatever myopic vision or tunnel or whatever. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he went to Harvard, and I think he's like, I know how to push these buttons.
That's sadder then.
Yeah, that's worse because he's making an active choice to be evil. You know, he's making a choice. He's like, I know I can cash in by playing on people's fears and just doing that, which makes it even worse. Because, like, I mean, I probably believe Rush Limbaugh probably believes what he's saying. He's just Rush
Limbaugh,
asshole.
you know what he makes me want to do? And I don't know if it's enough to excuse it if I'm going to say what I don't want to do. I never want to be the person that goes after something that has nothing to do with why that person's evil. Their weight, if they're bald, if they had some other troubles in their life. That's not why you hate them. So don't go after something that has nothing to fucking do with why you dislike them. You dislike them because of their views. Don't go after other things. With all that said, and I'm intelligent enough, he makes me want to go, you. Every fat, blubbering, dumb, squashing, fat, fucking dumb opinion. And then I go, no. And then you think, well, I just did it on the show. But maybe I didn't need to erase that. Anyway, okay, so we got that Bill O'Reilly. That wasn't worth talking about. Oh, by the way, did you see last night they had a swim, they had the National Sports Illustrated swimsuit, like the 50 years of Sports Illustrated. Mm-hmm. And then when they were talking about it on Good Day LA, a friend of mine told me, no, I watch it. I flip around in the morning. I'm a flipper. And they said, it's like weird because they had these awards and it was they were made up awards. They were the 50, they were coming up Kathy Ireland for the most memory, for whatever this. And they go, they're made up. They're all made up. And then I thought about something. I go, yeah, they're all made up. So are the Emmys.
Right.
Am I right? Or is there you get like like why is that anymore? Why is that? They're all made up. Which was so if the Sports Illustrated, and you know what? I should tell you this also. I did think it when I was watching it at night. I thought, is this like a real thing? But then I go, yeah, it's just as fucking real as anything else.
Yeah.
What are the Emmys more real? The Golden Globes? How are they more real? Are they appointed by God?
No.
Are they in our DNA? Are these awards? And then the other thing, it made me think of the real and the fake. A friend of mine it's a very typical Halloween costume, but he dressed up as a priest, and he went to the costume shop to get his thing. And I thought, well, where does a real priest get his thing? Not at a costume shop. Why fucking not? Because, no, mine's not a costume. Mine's real. No, it's a costume. Let's not be foolish here. No. That's a costume. You wear it for Halloween. Mine, I'm appointed by God, so I don't go to a costume shop to get my collar. I go to a store that gives factual clothing out that represents who we are as people.
Factual clothing. That's what it's called.
I was at the Sketch Fest, as always. I fucking love hanging out with comedians.
Festivals are like, especially, and I'm sure it's the same for you, because when you're on the road a lot, you don't get to see everybody. You're just sort of on the road. Maybe you know the other act, especially if you booked them on the show or whatever. But it's you don't get to hang out with 10 comics. And I was at Sketchfest 2 weekends ago, and I was just like, comedy festivals are like a high school reunion or something.
It's so much fun. And like I said it before, but you know what I always say? When I complain, I try to give the same amount of time to being positive. And there's so many comedians that are I just get giddy every night being around them. And I just it's just great. It's just so great.
It is awesome. Like, I came out of a party at Sketchfest, and Joe Wagner was walking up the street with a wheelie suitcase because he just had gotten out of a cab or something. He just looked like a homeless dude in San Francisco, and I immediately just start giggling because he's one. I have two friends that if I hear a certain song, I call them and play it. And Joe is that Coldplay song where they're like ding 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 ding. I don't know the lyrics, but it's always just like, and it always seems like they're flying, And so anytime and you can't. The rule is there's Big Country by Big Country and Wanted Dead or Alive and the Smoking the Bandit theme song. So anytime one of those four songs is playing, there's two. Joe gets the Coldplay, and my other buddy gets the other three. Whenever they're playing, you can't program it. You can't put it in a CD. It has to just randomly be playing somewhere.
What if it's late where they're at? Like, do you call them no matter what?
No, it does not. You can call them anywhere. I was in Australia, and one of those songs was playing, and I paid $10 or whatever to call and hold my cell phone up to whatever bar. That's it's not that one. It's the hit before that one.
Oh, my God.
I know, this is the
Here
worst.
comes my manager. He's going to be so mad at you. I'll try to defend you, but I think he's going to be mad you played the wrong song. Oh, shit.
But anyways,
That's the wrong goddamn song. You fucking idiots better play the right fucking song. Graham doing this.
All right, we'll edit this out. Let's edit this out. Turn it off. I don't like that shit I just threw at you. You're in the middle of a story. I lob a crappy character at you.
God damn it. You're so stupid.
You make it work anyway.
So Joe, and in that song, it always goes to a melody, and I always go, "I'm flying, Joe. I'm flying." And every time I see him, he's always like, "Dude, the last one." And it might be maybe once a year, because it's like now you have to people aren't playing radios anymore; they're playing Pandora or whatever. So it's like the chances of these songs being heard is rare, but it happens, and it's magical.
Every time.
Every time. I will.
Aristotle, look at him over there. He's picking shit out of his pussy every week like a true professional.
Shut that off.
Aristotle.
Shut it off. Shut it off. It's not even fucking funny. You drop these shit jingles. I got Graham Elwood sitting across from me, and there's the shit jingles you're going to play. Tell that Aristotle's picking. I'm a puppet act now. He plays the jingles, and then I act like the good guy. What type of fucking jingle is that?
Whoa! I love.
What do we have? A picking pussy out of your jingles festival here today?
That is a ventriloquist bit. Like
I did Jimmy Pardo's podcast while I was at Sketchfest, and I don't usually like to wait to perform, but when I'm listening to Jimmy and Matt out there, it was just I didn't really mind because that audience, they're so ready for Jimmy Pardo, and they gives them exactly what they want the fucking second they walk out. It's like a parody. It's like a director went, listen, you love him so much that the minute he gets out there, you are just purely
right,
and they're it's just great, and they're very specific audiences. They get your sense of humor, makes you not mind getting up so early in the morning to do the show, which was 11 o'clock, so I guess it's not that bad. For me. For any comedian it is. When you're out late, out till 4 in the morning. Okay, so we did that. Bill O'Reilly, that's good. Oh, this is the last thing. So when I was at Cobb's, and again, I like to give compliments out when they deserve them. They all are so sweet when you're there. They're like, what do you want to drink? What do you want to eat? What do you want? I was the only one that tipped up in the green room. But it is appreciated. I don't think they listen to the show, but I like to send some good love their way because it was definitely appreciated. And then, so I was out in the lobby. There was two guys.
Cobb's and the Punchline, by the way, are great clubs that are run really well.
Yes. And you know what? I always say the same thing when I love to point out clubs that are run well because it proves that I'm pleasable. Mm-hmm. I'm very pleasable.
Yeah.
If there was no club that was run right, I'd go, Todd, there's nothing run right that you like.
Yeah.
So, no, there are. There are clubs that do it right. And I always give them the kudos they deserve, as my old manager used to call it. Kudos. I didn't even know what that was the first time he said it. So I'm hanging out, and there's two. I hope they know who they are. There's two guys, two girls. We're doing like bits, and I love them. And the one guy is doing a bit with me, back and forth, back and forth. He so much gets it. I was so happy that I ran upstairs to get them a gift, and then something that was just a poster from the show. And then I ran back downstairs, and they were gone. Where are you? Was it you? Do you listen to the show? Because if they're there, you would know it was you. Cobbs, you said you were even. I said, what are you guys doing hanging out here? You're like, oh, we're working for the festival. And then you said, or we're volunteering our time. If it's you, you're like, oh, I think it is us. And then you did bits with me. All right, so there's that. Now here's the way we're going to do. We're going to wrap this up, and then we're going to introduce you. We have some we have music. We're going to introduce you right. How long was that just now? We just did. Let me guess. 21 minutes.
35.
God damn it! I think I'm going to meet in the middle. Why do you have to open up your computer? Why don't you just leave your computer open, Aristotle?
You told me not to leave it open.
I know, but I didn't think you'd bring that up.
About 20
Please won't you be my neighbor?
You know, Mr. Rogers had, obviously, it's neighbors. Like, and you got to say, that's a documentary that I watched. It was called Mr. Rogers is My Neighbor. A guy did a documentary. Mr. Rogers was genuinely his neighbor.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
It talks about how it changed his life.
I'm sure.
It's pretty cool. Do you remember? He sent me a signed copy of it, the guy who put it together, and it was called, I think, Mr. Rogers is My Neighbor. But he talked about anyway, we've talked about that on the show before. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do this, and then we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and introduce you. I've been YouTubing random acts of kindness. I did it by accident, but then I don't like to meditate. I wish I could because I do get it. I get the legitimacy of it, or yoga. I get it. Too many smart people that I know are like, you got to do it.
I do yoga.
I know.
I got into it in May. It's amazing. I had an injury. Helped me through it. It's awesome.
I believe it. I don't want
4 days a week.
I don't want to be one of those people that because I can't do something, I negate its truth. I want to, like I said, I want to be the smoker when I smoke that goes, this is a vile, disgusting habit, and then smoke. But at least that might be one step instead of going, well, I probably can't quit, so I'll pretend that it's all right. No, just smoke if you can't quit and just call it for what it is. That might be a little closer to eventually one day realizing what it is. And I get the yoga, how real it is, and how there's not everybody raving about it for the last 30 years. Raving might not be the word, but you know what I'm talking about. People do. So I've been YouTubing random acts of kindness, and I hope this one tells well on the without seeing it. But it's a basketball team, and I think it explains itself. If it doesn't, and we realize it, we can always later take it out. Sure. But I think it's a good way to start the show, and it's like. So I love this. I love this stuff because it reminds you of like I've said a million times, people said when you met Mr. Rogers, it reminded you how good we could be as a species. And this reminds you how good we can be as a species. So let's listen to this, then we'll take a break. I got a few intros for you, and I hope one of them will please you. So here we go.
And I know you guys get tired of me. It's little things.
Coach Peter Morales of the Coronado High School Thunderbirds in El Paso, Texas.
I use this term a lot. I think it's worth letting it breathe because I let it breathe when I was watching it on the treadmill, and there's something happens at the end that I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I watched this to the end. So here we go.
This makes no qualms about it. He has a favorite on this team.
Mitchell, I need you to help me out with my coaching tips, Mitchell.
Team manager Mitchell Marcus has a developmental disability.
1, 2, 3,
but he far surpasses everyone here when it comes to love of the game.
He's just an amazing person that our basketball team loves being around.
Good!
Mitchell's mom, Amy, says he's always been that way.
Mitchell always had a basketball. That was always what he wanted for his birthday.
And because basketball is that important to him, on the last game of the regular season, the coach told Mitchell to suit up.
What was it like to put on the uniform?
I was very happy.
I bet you were.
Just wearing a jersey was enough for Mitchell. But what he didn't know, what no one knew at the time, was that the coach planned to play him. At the end, no matter what the score.
You were prepared to lose that game.
That's the amazing
For his
part.
moment, yes. For his moment in time, yes.
And so, with a minute and a half left, Coronado leading, but only by 10, Coach Morales put in his manager.
And just started hearing Mitchell.
But here's where the fairy tale fell apart. Although his teammates did everything they could to get Mitchell a basket, each time they passed him the ball, he either missed the shot or, like on their last possession, booted it out of bounds, turning the ball over to the other team with just seconds left.
He wasn't going to be able to score. But I was hoping that he was happy that he was just put in the game.
Could you have ever imagined what happened next?
No, I did. I could not. Not at all.
What happened next happened on the inbound. The guy with the ball there is a senior at Franklin High School.
On the
Number
other team.
22, Jonathan Montañez.
I was raised to treat others how you want to be treated. Just thought Mitchell deserved his chance, deserved his opportunity.
I think I'll cry about it for the rest of my life.
What Jonathan did was yell out Mitchell's name, then threw the ball right to it. Right there. One of the most memorable turnovers of all time. It wasn't the game-winning shot. When the buzzer sounded, Coronado had 15 more points than Franklin. But Jonathan's assist and Mitchell's basket did change the outcome decidedly. Play any game with this much sportsmanship.
And he scored.
Both teams win. Steve Hartman on the road in El Paso, Texas.
So, Jonathan, right? You just want to take that kid's face and squeeze it in between your hands, right? No one told him to do it. So I was like, I thought it would end nice the other way, but that was just great. That was great. So guess what? We'll be back. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. I try to make it smooth back in. So, Alan, I got a little something even special for you before we do Graham's intro here. Do you have like a one-liner? And then,
Sure.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Sure. My girlfriend caught me masturbating. She set up one of those little traps in the woods.
Alan Strickland Williams.
Please, let it go.
Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland
Pause it one more time.
Williams.
Give us one more. See, it really takes the life of the joke and it stretches it out a little. I think I really am onto something here. Give me one more, but let it roll.
Beer before liquor, never been sicker. Red wine before bourbon, I am a full-blown alcoholic.
Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland
This is his
Williams.
ringtone, and I want to give this to you as your ringtone.
Alan Strickland Williams.
All right, listen. So, Graham, let's start with the. I hope I want to start it off right. What do you think of this as your intro? What do you think? This is nice.
Back on the Todd Glass Show. Grandma was back again today. Maybe Doug gave him a break tonight. Graham Elwood's back. He always brings his palm
No.
Graham Elwood's back again, that's right. Talking with Todd Glass tonight again.
Wow.
Always brings his problem strike.
It's good, but I think I'm going to tell you. I think he deserves. What was the one we played last time?
We've got a returning guest today. You know him from Comedy Film Nerds and the LA Podfest. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our good friend, Graham Elwood.
Oh, this is nice.
Elwood, back on the show.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's not big enough. This guy comes all the way down. Where do you live? Santa Monica. And I think it should be a little bigger. So let's play the happy music, and maybe I could do something with a little reverb. Hold on. Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today. That's right. You're going to have a great time. He's back, and he should have been back a little. It's horrible. You deserve more. Aristotle, you play the drums, right? Can you go over there, and let's do this right? Please. Okay. Hello. All right. Okay, good. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show today. No. And I'm not even joking. You know how you can really play good, but you always hold out a little? Play fucking nuts. Like some guy's got a gun to your head. If you don't, I'd rather you go a little off rhythm and fucking play those fucking drums, or I'm going to fucking put a bullet right through your head. Play like that. That's right. Our guest tonight is Graham Elwood. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. No. Oh my God! I see you over there fiddling around with that trumpet. Do you know how to play the trumpet? Do you seriously know how to play the trumpet? To George Carlin. Then what the fuck are we doing? Holding back. This is Graham Elwood. He comes in here. He's going to deliver it. I don't want to put the pressure on him. Even if he's operating at a 3, He's going to do bits. We're going to laugh. We're going to smoke pot. He's going to fucking entertain us. And that's the intro we give him. Shame on you. And shame on you, JJ, for not telling me you played the trumpet. I know you walked in here with it, but I didn't. Who knows? There's a lot of fucking crazy people in L.A. Let's do this right. Hold on. We're going to really do it right. Hold on. Let's make sure that... Hello? Let's play the trumpet into the mic, right? Let's do it right, okay? Here we go. Hold on. I got it. There's the mic. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Graham Elwood. That's right. Right? That's not good enough. What? No. I've got a cement truck on the back in here and dump cement on you. Oh my God, that's fun every time we do it.
That is a blast. I videotaped that.
You want us to do it again so you can get a better shot of it? I want to get my money out of JJ. He's got to leave in 20 minutes. My opening was so long, the horn... Oh, he also learned how to do this. You ready? How quick can you go? You ready? Come right over here, right in his ear.
Well, I think we're good.
No, how dare you? How dare you? What? How dare... Okay, so let's see how quick he can do this. Go ahead. Remember? Did we do this one? Yeah, I got it on. Oh, no. Okay, I have an idea, because I know the sound I'm looking for. Try to play a little closer to the mic, because I think then I need it fuller. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Graham Elwood! Here we go! That's how I should come out on my podcast every week.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't let you guys see me before the show. Everyone should have to come in like I'm David Letterman, and then you guys sit around and they ask Jake, what, Todd doesn't come out? He comes out, everyone gets ready. And then it's like this. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Glass! Tonight. I'm old school. Look at me, I'm like Dean Martin. I'm doing visual for the radio. Okay, hold on, let me put the cigarette out. It's funny for the joke, and then it gets old so quick. Okay, hold on, everybody. I'm in Graham, can't you do anything? You got a podcast. Keep people interested.
Oh, my God. That's like when a relative goes, do your stand-up at Thanksgiving. Oh, okay.
Can I tell you something? I want to do one more thing, and I'm rushing it a little here. What time is? You have about 15 minutes, right? Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm good. I'm a little... You're good?
That was the greatest intro I've ever had in my life.
Oh, thank you.
That was amazing.
Thank you, because, that costs me money. That's all I do is talk about that for the next 2 hours. Wow, $50 for the, and then I give them 75, 60, try to make it good. I give them 50, I give them, whatever.
You had a bubble machine.
I did. I love that. By the way, 2 of our bubble machines are broke, and I was very disappointed.
I love that you have 3 bubble machines.
Well, can I tell you why? It started, first of all, bubbles are dope. Who said that? Jack Knight said bubbles are dope. He was a comedian. He was here, and the bubble machine went off. He went nuts. I loved him for going nuts. I go, I love you for going nuts over those bubbles. He goes, bubbles are dope, dude. I think he added a dude. I'm like, bubbles are dope. So I fucking like him. Matter of fact, I'm going to give him a part of my new thing I don't have. Fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm tired of living a lie. I'm saying makes no sense at all. Okay, so listen. We got the original bubble machine, and it's a hand bubble machine. Spits out like the size of marbles.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm walking. By the way, whenever I see these bubble machines, they don't have to sell me on them, but they're so ready to sell you on them. Yeah. They go, "Can I want it?" You know, with the bottles and the refills. No. By the time I can even say yes from the beginning, they've already. We'll get a second one for free. I go, well, I was going to buy the first one full price because I want the bubble, and then I buy that one, the little one with the marble-sized bubbles, like 20 come out at a time. And then I'm walking through the Grove, and I see, I'm not kidding you, it's a bubble machine that sends out bubbles the size of, bigger than a baseball. I'm like, I got to fucking have that. Oh. And then we got the one you mount on the wall, and the disco ball was not cheap. So anyway,
you put your hand up to your mouth so the disco ball wouldn't hear you. Or
yeah, why am I? It's modesty for phoniness. It's like but I let you hear it, and the disco ball wasn't cheap. But I wanted Libby to come out because here's what's gonna. No, you know what? Libby, I don't know what to do with Libby. Genuinely, like I know she exists as a character, and I can make you do anything I want, and you'll do it. So I want to really take my time here and do something good. Well, I want Libby sing. I wanted to think of something to do with the sax with the trumpet before he leaves. What? Oh, for her, yeah, for Libby. You know what? I think don't kill me. We're gonna take a break real quick. No, because he's gonna go.
Sure.
And then we're good. And then we'll come back. We'll go full fledged. You all right?
I'm good.
I'm worried. You said you had a lot of time to spend here tonight.
I'm all night.
I
got a yoga class tomorrow morning at 9.
Oh, you'll be out of here by 6 in the morning. You have 2 hours to get to your yoga. No. I know it's all going to be good. What happened was we come out, we go bang, 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 and you might feel like, geez, Todd, that's what's great about this. Our listeners are right where we're at. Well, you do this, too, so you know.
You don't need to explain to me how podcasting
I do,
works.
too. You never knew like I knew. I told you. You never knew. I always knew you would never listen. I told you to start that festival. By the way, I'm glad you listened to me because you notice the guy who compliments himself and plows past it. You're like, did he tell me to do it? He's going so fast, I'd really have to be hard to interrupt him.
Yeah.
Try to interrupt this guy. Well, I'm glad you took my advice and started that podcast festival. What? Best thing you ever did doing that. Getting that started, I give you 100% credit for what you did. I really do. You know, it's not an easy thing. And the second year, good for you. I'm glad you listened. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. What can we play as we go to break? Something fun. Play it. Thank you. All right. That's so good. Okay. Can I? Don't kill me. Pause it. Don't kill me. And I might be being cheap. I hope this doesn't come off cheap. But I have another 3 minutes of trumpet playing. So can we just keep doing that song like another 2? How about 3 times? But like really go. Oh yeah, we can do the hits. Oh, go over there. I gotta get my money's worth.
Yeah,
you can do this. I don't have any reverb. That's all right. I got it. Jesus Christ. Well, what if he wants it? The hits that the singers can do. You don't have to be able to sing. You just talk it.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Can you like, what a night this has been. Well, that's a little empty. But what are you going to do? You need more instruments. What a night this has been. Seems like the things are not going well for me on the road. I have like 2 instruments. I used to have a full orchestra.
Yeah, you couldn't afford them anymore?
Yeah. I go, what a night this has been. And then don't even do the drums. And here's what happens in a year after that. What a night this has been. All right, listen. You guys are great. Graham Elwood. Oh, God damn. Let's play a little Judge Judy. This is vintage Judge Judy. I love it. And we'll play it right now.
Control of these animals when they're in her care. But you're their owner. Close your mouth, and I don't want to hear your high voice again. You didn't take care of the dogs.
Close your mouth.
And the dogs hurt her.
The dogs hurt her because she attacked them verbally.
Oh, you're a moron. You're a moron. There is something actually wrong with you. You're a moron.
Let me tell you something. Actually, she goes, sometimes I say it comedically, but you're actually a moron. And nobody likes a moron. Nobody likes a dumbbell. But well, I don't want to talk about it right now, but nobody likes a dumbbell. Anyway, every week we do the same thing. He goes, why? Usually I go, well, because it doesn't know a lot of stuff. And it's not like someone that's born with, that has a legitimate deficiency that you can be tend to. A dumbbell is someone that has all the faculties and is just a dumbbell.
Yeah, but like why?
Why nobody likes them? Yeah, why? Because nobody wants to talk to somebody who doesn't understand, that has all their faculties. You don't. Well, listen. I'll talk to you later. Nobody gets a dumbbell. Nobody likes a dumbbell. Okay, so there's that. I like there's that. Like that's over. Don't you're paid for that. That's free. There that. That's
free.
Whatever it is.
Compartmentalized.
Yes. Oh my God! Thank you. Okay, listen. So, what were we just talking about?
Judge Judy.
Judge Judy. That I think Judge Judy is brilliant, and a lot of people. I'll let me tell you something. I'm not saying I can't be fooled, but I know a lot of those shows, they use actors. I get it. I've seen a few where I go, yeah, but I'm telling you, the majority of hers aren't. And people want to be right, and that's what I love about it. If I understand correctly, people don't have to pay. Like, if you lose, the show pays your case. So you think, well, then why are they angry? People want to be fucking right, and they fucking hate it. And when I love when she goes, I don't like your high voice. Like you can, like I love it because I think that sometimes, but you can't tell someone that's their voice. But not Judge Judy. And I know it's a court show, so I know it's a show that she couldn't say all this stuff. Obviously, if she was in the tradition, in the real judicial system, is that the word?
Judicial system.
Judicial, either one. No, it's not either one, Todd. Okay, but I just love hearing her. Just sometimes I feel a lot of her anger. I like when she says to somebody, close your lips, because that's what I think of when I see a heckler. Shut your lips.
Shut up.
Thank you. When I'm watching from the back of the room, when I watch it, I've probably said this before, but I'm going to say it again. When I'm watching in the back of the room at a comedy club, when somebody like opens up for me and doesn't do any crowd work, you know what I mean? Once they're a good crowd, then everything can change. But I like in the beginning when somebody, and I do crowd work and you do crowd work, but I still prefer ahead of me. So sometimes I watch it when Bobby Miyamoto was up on stage. I started to realize there'd be a guy. That's why when she goes, sit back. And he's got his arch back. He's ready to lob out a good one. And he's got his mouth open and is leaning forward. And Bobby does a joke and doesn't ask a question. He does a joke and he doesn't ask the sports team. He doesn't give that guy one fucking ounce of life. And eventually, he shuts his fucking lips. And I watch it. And guess what he does after that? Sit back. You ain't participating. If you'd like to see a show where the opening act's going to come out there and be great and just be funny for fucking 25 minutes, but he'll never need you, if that's what you want, you'll get it. But if you go, yeah, I thought it was interactive, get ready to hate this fucking night.
All night.
And we'll be back. Where's JJ? Hey, so anyway, I know I was about to talk. So that's Judge Judy. I try to end it. That's Judge Judy we were talking about.
And see.
You were doing a thing the last time where we were talking about you wanted to carry around a bottle of seltzer. Sprayed at idiots. Sprayed at idiots.
Oh, God.
But do the thing where you lure them. I don't do it again. I want to see it again. That's the advantage. See, that's the advantage.
That's because we would always
talking about a flight attendant who's not too nice, but you would get her to get back to the hotel.
Oh,
you'd look at you little devil. And then also you could get revenge on her for being a little bit of a not a nice person up and down the aisle.
Right. So, I remember this.
Sort of?
Because he was kind of sweet talking her.
Yeah, he goes, everything she'd want to hear. She's already yelling at people. She's a horrible energy.
Right.
But he wants to get befriend her just so he can spray seltzer in her face. So here's how much work he goes. Right? He goes, so you would go up to this woman and you're like, you'd say first of all something like, like everything she wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And
like,
then,
you're a little pistol, aren't you? It's like,
yeah, you got to be when you've been doing this. Right. All that
sweetie,
stuff.
you've been working. I can tell you know what you're doing. You know your way around a plane.
Make her younger.
Yeah.
What are you? You're probably one of the
You've probably only been doing this a couple of years, right? I mean, you're.
Then you get her back to your apartment.
Yeah.
She lands. She goes, I'm on a layover. That's the way
really?
it went.
Get back. Where's your hotel room? Right by the airport. All right.
Oh, and you're younger than her, so
Yeah.
she's like, and then you meet her. You go into her. What do you get into?
I bet you a gal like you could teach me a couple of things.
Well, she's very. And then you get in there. She lays down on the bed, takes off her jacket. She's like.
I've been dreaming about what kind of lingerie you had underneath that uniform.
And she can't fucking believe it. She's so excited to get, hey, there's nothing wrong with it, to get fucked.
Yeah.
They both are excited to fuck.
She's ready.
And there's nothing wrong with that. They're not married. They're not.
Yeah,
she
there's
is
nothing
just
wrong.
ready. But keep in mind who this woman is, so no one feels sorry for her.
Right.
She spreads a horrible energy through the plane. She's not having a bad day. Being a flight attendant is an amazing power you can have. When 3 flight attendants are positive, they just fill this capsule. They can make the worst situation so great. And I'm aware of it, and I see it, and it must suck because people can be mean. But the best of the manage, even though people can be heartless sometimes, to still surface and be a kind person.
Yeah, and then you go, and then maybe you're waiting for the restroom, and you start talking to them. And I've talked to a lot of them. They're really nice and cool.
And it's a great energy to be able to fill that plane. And I'm so aware of that power. Guess what this woman is? The opposite.
Yeah.
Not because life's been mean to her either. Look at me. That's the way I wave my hand now. Edit that out. Even a overly feminine hand movement I wanted to do.
So if I remember we do this, you got to be the girl a little bit.
I thought I was sort of just keep tilting you in that direction.
But you got we're gonna have a little bit of the conversation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Maybe let me put a little effect on my voice here, so I'll make it sound more like a girl.
Why you are just
make her like a with a deep voice.
Yeah,
I'll feel better doing a girl voice if I do it like
sultry.
this.
Yeah,
is that
sultry voice? No, because talk to me in that voice. Put that voice on and say. Some people think my voice is too masculine. Say that to me.
I will.
Some people say my voice is too masculine.
Oh, honey, you got the right amount of woman in that voice.
Shut the... Okay, please keep doing it.
Well, I like hearing it.
Oh, and I like hearing that voice, too.
I'm going to be honest, I'm 53 in March. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 41 years old.
Make it younger.
Okay, make it younger.
I got to be honest.
This guy wants her. He's so mad at her that he's willing to take all this energy. This kid could be in college.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sure. Okay.
I got to be honest with you and tell you I'm 53 years old.
I got to be honest with you. I'm going to be 31 next summer. And your number?
Oh, God.
You've been...
I'm so glad that you invited me back here. What? Do you mind if I take off everything I am wearing? Instantly, it's done.
Only if you do it slow.
Well, let me put it back on and do it the way you want. Oh, shit, I caught my foot. Wait, my pants.
Oh, take your time.
No, I'm putting them on. Don't do that. I'm putting them on. Makes me feel dirty.
Of course, she's still bitchy now. She's still bitchy now. We're in the middle of this, and she's still fucking bitching at me. She should be going with everything that I'm saying. Oh, honey, you're sweet, putting the clothes on or off, and she's still like, still fucking can't resist being bitchy to me.
Okay.
Hello. Let's do this.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh, my God.
It's been something I've been dreaming about since 30,000 feet.
We both know what we've both been dreaming about, motherfucker.
Jesus,
I am horny. I'm not going to lie, and you're 30 years old, and I want to fuck. So come over here and fuck me.
Get on the bed.
I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah,
you sure my voice isn't annoying you?
No.
I feel like it is. You're cringing.
No, I'm not cringing.
Oh, you're in love. You little fuck.
Oh, I feel like...
Let's do it. Stop.
Shut the fuck up and let me...
I'm not...
God damn it! Just shut up and let me fucking seduce you. You're driving me fucking crazy.
Oh my!
Like, just shut it. You're not on the fucking plane. This is what the guy's singing in his head. This is what he's singing in his head. Just shut. Like, I'm trying to get you on the fucking bed.
Oh God! I don't like my laugh. By the way, I just heard it.
So that's what he's singing in his head.
Changing my laugh. Oh my God! I love it. First of all, I thought, did I throw something at Graham that like was so long? We're right back where we were before. I know what's coming up. I'm still ready and I'm going to enjoy it.
Right.
Here we go. You think I'm overdoing it a little?
No.
Okay.
You're not. Jesus. I love
All
that.
right. Let's do this.
All right, sweetie. I want you to get on that bed. All right.
You don't have to ask. Tell me.
Get on your back.
Meaner.
Get on your back.
Are you shitting me? I'd punch you in the face if you said it like that. Be a fucking man.
Oh, yeah. I like it when you get strong. Inner monologue. Shit's a fucking... So this is a fight, too? This is a fucking fight, too? Like, do you want to get laid or not? Like, I'm this close. If I didn't have the fucking seltzer bottle, I'd be like, look, sweetie.
Oh, no. Oh, now they know. But it's okay. They know.
Right.
You got a seltzer bottle.
Right.
Where do you keep the seltzer bottle the whole time this is going on so she doesn't see it? I got to be honest. My audience wants to know.
I have it like in a night, like in a nightstand cabinet.
Oh, we're at your house in this situation.
Yeah. We're
you
back
gotta
home.
do-
Yeah.
Yeah, and you really got a lot of, like, so people understand when we get to this point, you might think, well, why are you telling the end? It doesn't matter. That's what's so
Right.
great about it.
Right.
This thing has a lot of volume.
It does.
So we maybe put a little sound effect together today, like, so when you get there, we'll accompany you with
Okay.
it. We're really going to go,
Well,
boom.
All right.
You want to try it
when
now?
we get there, no,
Oh.
I'll just give you that when we get
But
there.
do it with it. Like you do. Psh,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Well, all, okay, here we go.
Okay.
Can I tell you, this is weird. I'm so excited to see this. Can we, like let's move it a little quicker just so we can get...
Okay, well, then just don't argue and get on the goddamn bed.
That was the longest I ever I applaud something in the back of a room, genuinely at a comedy club. I'll give it like 3 applauds and genuinely think it deserves it, not just being that, maybe 15 or 20. The audience can count. Just pure. If you shut the fuck up. And then, you want to know why I was laughing hysterically? Then I started analyzing it, thinking, well, I don't really know when you could come in anytime you want. I'm waiting for you. I'm saying, okay, I'm on the bed. I'm waiting for,
I'm trying.
trying a little suspense.
Yeah. I'm trying to get you on the bed. I feel like you're right.
I'm on the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Here's what I want you to do.
Sure, whatever you want.
Oh, yeah. I want you to just prop yourself up with your arms like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Like that?
You lean your head back. I want to see those big, mature titties of yours. Oh, I'm going to make sweet, hot, passionate love to you. Yeah, close your eyes.
They're closed.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. Just go.
And at this point, I've got a feather, and I'm running the feather upper leg, right? Oh, yeah. Do you like that, sweetie? Oh.
God damn it. I haven't felt this 30 years.
Oh, you feel like a woman? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to fucking have a nervous breakdown. This feels so good.
What do you want? You want this? You want
Yes, just fucking do it. Do it.
Oh,
You piece of shit. Why did you just spray me with seltzer?
Shut it, horse! It's just seltzer every time.
You
piece of shit.
They don't stop until she shuts the fuck up.
Right, and then go, oh my God, I'm so... And then maybe... I'm so sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
wouldn't have talked if you didn't. I thought you wanted me back here.
I did. I'm so sorry. I thought this was something else.
What could it have possibly have been?
They're hard to find. seltzer. What? Like who has those anymore?
What else would it be? Whipped cream?
Yeah, I thought I wanted to make. I wanted to like get you like massage oils, and I grabbed the wrong one. Let me. All right, I got a better one.
You piece of shit.
No.
These sheets are satin.
No, they are.
I don't know which direction this woman should go. Should she be nice now?
She's like she wants it. She's not. She hasn't had it in a while.
All right, I understand.
I'm so
Mistakes
sorry.
happen.
I'm so sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, that's all right.
All right, let me
leave well enough alone.
Yeah. All right. Here's what I want to do, though. I want to blindfold you and make this right. I'm gonna rub.
So glad you're back into it. I thought you were angry.
No,
that's past. That's behind us.
Yeah.
Tie it around my eyes.
There you go.
It's darker than I thought it would be. What the fuck is this? A special thick material?
Do you like where my hands are going?
Jesus Christ!
And then I'm actually rubbing massage oil like on her thighs.
God
you like
damn
that?
it!
Oh, you like that?
Oh, this is like the way I used to get fucked when I was in flight attendant school, stewardess camp, whatever they called it back then.
Stewardess camp. And then
just do it.
All right, I want you to just be quiet.
Oh God, I'm freaking out.
And then grabs an air horn. Just like piercing air horn.
But you know what? Why do I get so much joy out of this bit? I will tell you why. Because you have to remember, when you see someone like that on a flight, I'm going to make sense of my neurotic loving of that bit. When you see someone like that on a flight that is giving that plane the bad energy, you got to let that go. Otherwise, you walk around, you're a miserable person. You got to annoy it. You got to see it. It's got to bother you.
Right, because then you take it on.
You take it on. So you can't and getting vengeance with those people, you got to be at least spiritual enough to know that you just get off the flight and you're not. But this guy, I sort of respect him because it's like what I know you can't do. He goes, no, fuck this shit. I'm going to get this seltzer water in her fucking face. But he waits. It's not the worst thing in the world. She doesn't deserve, or if it was whoever it was, guy, girl, no one deserves to be shot or to be
hurt or violent. Or
well, what do you think the worst they should get? Water in their face.
Yeah.
And that's all they're getting.
Yeah.
So it's very manipulative and it's very, but at the end, a little psh, does she deserve water squirted in her face? Yes.
Yeah, I think
I'd say that's a kind punishment for what she does every day.
Right.
I'm not saying, run and scare her when she's getting into her car, although we thought about it. Hey, you want to hear, I don't know how to do this. Let's do this first. Do we have this? Do you have this? Did you write this song? It sounds like you, I think.
I will fuck you in the morning, fuck you late at night, fuck you while the moon or the sun is shining bright. I wanna fuck you. Yes, I wanna fuck you.
This is what I've come to.
I wanna fuck you, baby.
This is my ringtone. And I wink at ladies when they walk by. And guys, whatever I'm into.
Whatever I'm into.
That day. Did you? You didn't write it. What am I going to make you? Did you write it?
No. Just a horrible improviser. No. Why would I write that song? That's dumb. I don't sing.
Just even the simple no. I do. I'll give you a long setup, right? And then you give me you're the worst. You can say no, but it's got to work. No, but you got to make it work.
Yeah.
This guy just bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. What am I setting him up with? All I know. Why do I go right to the bad acting?
You love like 50s.
Well, I go into that over the top because then I can't. Then I can hide behind I'm acting bad on purpose.
Yeah.
But what if I really wanted to do it? Listen here, Muggsy. Your mother. So what are we doing?
You're setting. Jesus, you forgot the bit.
I did.
You weed and scotch. That's not a good idea. Go. You're gonna. We're doing improv. We're in an improv scene, so you're setting me up with a location,
Okay,
and I'm
ready?
going to be the worst improviser ever.
All I know is when I was here last night, it was 3:00 in the morning, and nobody was here but you. And you're telling me you didn't see anything? You've got to see something. What did you see?
No.
Oh my God!
And even work better that I didn't give you the right answer to say yes or no. He's no. He can't even get into the right. What is it called? A verb.
Yeah, he's not even the right syntax.
Not
to
even the
answer
right.
things.
No.
No.
And then his parents come out to see him, and his family. They go, "You were good,"
You were
but
great.
he wasn't.
How come you're not on Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
No.
People are asking me to say that in the lobby.
It's just everything like, oh, it's so, they get a suggestion from the audience. Oh, it's so crazy we're on this spaceship. Why?
That's all he gives.
No, and why?
Why? What smells funny?
Why are we
That's his
on
go-to.
a spaceship? That's dumb.
Why would we be on a spaceship? Okay, listen.
Aristotle, look at him over there. He's picking shit out of his pussy every week like a true professional. Aristotle, a true professional.
All right. Seriously? Do not
That
play.
guy must make so much money who does that voice.
I know he's good at it.
Aristotle.
So I want to get Libby on the phone. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think.
Or should we have her come in? I always play phone effects. You know why? It sounds professional. When people hear that, they go, "Oh, this show." They hook up this
Well,
shit.
it's whatever you want to do. I call her. I think she might be in the neighborhood, but it might be, I don't know, whatever's easier for you. If you want to just have her probably call in.
You know, at night I can see her living room light from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's close.
Yeah, she's very close.
I make the bit work. I could see her. Well, let's give her a call.
Okay.
I wish you had the phone voice. Do you have a cup? Sometimes that sounds, you know what I mean? It sounds stupid, but I think it works. Thank you. Graham's punching a hole in it. Aggressively, yelling, "You got my money."
What kind of weird fucking key is that?
Hey.
Hello?
Libby.
Hey, Todd, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How's everything been?
It's great. You know me. It's all sunshine and lollipops. I've just been having a great time.
Now, Graham, you might get mad at me, but I think you might understand. I'll do it in 30 seconds. Maybe there's someone that hasn't listened to the show. I think it's worth 30 seconds of a little backstory of Libby. Just makes it that much better for me and people that. So Libby was me and Graham went on this trip, and then we saw women by the pool. I probably have a version like yours. Yours probably a little different, but the basic is we heard her talking to her family. We felt like they were ignoring her, and then we decided to make up this character that she ends up coming back with us to live with us, telling how bad her family was, and we're like, oh my God, she's so nice. It ends up after a while we find out she's a pain.
Yeah.
She's easy breezy. She's not easy breezy.
No.
But now she sort of lives. She lives in L.A. and we basically are the only ones. So we try to call her, but nothing's ever right. But yet we love her to death. And then she ends up going out with a guy who's trying to gives all her money to open up a jazz club. His name's Lionel. We'll see if we can get him on the phone. So now Libby is how old? 80?
Yeah, she's pretty. I think 80, 79, 80, somewhere in there.
And Lionel and them are having sex. So it's like part of us is like she's fucking happy.
And
But
he's
yet
like,
we don't want to
he's
see.
like 58, 56.
She doesn't have, but we don't. We wouldn't bet that he doesn't love her.
Yeah, I
that's
think he
why
does.
we're freaked out. That's otherwise we'd be like stopping it. But like, and he doesn't, and like she doesn't have money like open up a jazz club money. And they did. They took some of her money and opened up a jazz club, and she sings there. So we're going to take you through this story right now. So that's basically it. I love it.
Libby.
Yeah, Todd.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, kid. You know me, all peaches and cream.
There you go. Hey, I want to take you out to dinner. Where do you want to go? For your
Anyway,
birthday?
oh, my birthday is so sweet.
Well, tell me where you want to go.
Anywhere.
Wherever I say, though, it's always, I want you to pick.
We'll go. I love celebrating my birthday.
Well-
Not on the actual day, but just
Oh, you
usually.
don't-
The actual day's a little weird, you know.
Well, what happened?
Well, I look at the calendar and it makes my eyebrows hurt.
Oh, because your eyes hurt?
No, just the calendar, the numbers that kind of wrinkles up my eyebrows. But I'll go anywhere you
All right,
want to
well,
go,
okay,
kid.
I'll tell you
It's-
what. I'll take you to Ruth Chris. That'll
Oh,
be nice.
I love Ruth's Chris.
Okay, there we go.
But
I
those
can't
big
believe
steak knives are a little heavy. It's like carrying some kind of an axe. I mean, what am I, Paul Bunyan? I'm just trying to make a steak fit measurably in my mouth, and I can't do it right. But I'll go in. Todd, I don't care. You know what? I'll just. You know what? I'll get a salad. I'll get a salad over
No,
there.
I'm not going to make you do that. Libby,
Todd,
just pick anywhere you want to
it's
go.
just about the company. You know what I mean? Whatever we want to
No,
eat.
just pick anywhere. I'll go anywhere you want because wherever I pick, I just rather you pick.
Okay, we'll go. Well, I don't know. Do you like Thai food?
No, you can't ever.
I know. Well, that's really.
No, you have to just constantly make
All right, well, Todd, I go whatever. I'll eat whatever you want to eat.
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. You like sandwiches?
I love a good sandwich.
Well, okay, there's a deli up the street.
Sometimes they bunch up the meats, you know what I mean? And it gets caught into the bread if they don't stack it right. If it's got to go meat, cheese. If it's meat, cheese, it's not correct, Todd. You know what I mean? But it's all about, I love the company. I mean, sometimes you're a messy eater and you talk too much, but it's a good time to see.
I feel like whatever I suggest, why don't you pick anywhere you want and we'll go.
Todd, I eat everywhere.
Go to the Cheesecake Factory because that way it has a little bit of everything.
That's
so
great.
I'll pick you up at 6
Yes,
o'clock.
cheesecake, 6 o'clock at the Cheesecake Factory is going to be fine. You know what I mean? Don't worry, Todd.
I like it. I tell him like I'm 3 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Cheesecake Factory?
Cheesecake Factory is fine, although sometimes the placemats that they use, there's a clean and solvent, and it sticks to the table, and when they peel it up, it makes a weird noise, and it hurts my ears.
Well, I don't know where. Okay, I'll tell you what. How about if I'll pick up some fresh chicken or chops or something.
Oh,
at the
chicken.
Butcher.
Oh, yeah, the butcher. That's
Go to the
right.
Butcher. I'll pick you up. We'll go to the butcher.
That's great. Sometimes, though, don't make them use that weird paper that they tape it in because it makes the meat sound weird.
You're listening to the Todd Glass Show across the highways and the byways. We go old school.
K-Earth with a hit. K-Earth with the hits just keep on coming.
Tom Shotgun Madison or
They
whatever.
still do that. K-Earth with the hits just keep on coming.
There's some like Shotgun Mike or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a guy.
Shotgun made me Tommy Teller.
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Rocket and roll. Shotgun Tom Kelly. Hey, the Assad family's been gassing about in Syria. All right, coming up next, a little doors. Break on through, Shotgun Tom Kelly. Like the K-Earth, they stopped, like, are they aware of what's going on in the world? You know what I mean?
But is there
Human trafficking's on the rise. Shotgun Tom Kelly, K-Earth.
Where the hits just keep on coming. Where the hits. Let me get Lionel on the phone, if you don't mind. Now listen, we have to be patient with Libby and Lionel because we'll end up dealing with them both.
Hello?
Libby.
Hey, Todd.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just, I'm ironing my socks for when we go to the restaurant. I don't want my ankles to bunch up. You always walk a little too fast when we go into a restaurant.
Yeah, it's like, you try.
You got it.
Something-
There's just something where you just want to try with her. Like you just.
Well, listen. Well, you there?
Yeah, Todd. I'm sorry, the iron was just changing colors. It doesn't put enough water in. But sometimes when the bubbles, what they do is they jump up and they hurt my upper lip.
Well, listen. I was wondering if you Can you get lost? I got lost.
I listen, when I get lost, and if you heard me
Bit,
whispering,
you get lost.
well, I'm whispering to everybody, and they won't help me, and they're like, but finally Jake goes, Lionel,
Yeah.
you're calling Lionel. Thank you. It's okay. I'm fine. There's people going to be worried about me and call the Alzheimer's Association because they go, his memory, but it's just when I smoke. Okay.
Libby, let me ask you a question. Is Lionel there?
Oh, yeah, Lionel's here.
Let me talk to him.
He's making some kind of a chipotle sauce. We're going to start putting it in the quesadillas for the jazz club.
Oh, so you opened the... Hold on, before you get Lionel on the phone now. Is he around right now?
Yeah, he's in the other room.
Go away from him. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Hey, Libby, how much money did you put into this jazz club?
Oh, jazz clubs, it wasn't a lot of money. We just spent a little bit. It was...
Tell me.
It was only $107,000 I just put in there, but it was all I had.
You want to hope
that she has 300,000.
Yeah.
But it's all I had, so she gives everything. You just found out. What is her mistake she made? Giving everything.
Everything.
But
you put it... Oh, my... Libby, wouldn't it be great, though, if we're all like, fucking Libby, God damn it, and Lionel, did he scam her? And the club's crazy successful.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you? In my version, I want it that way.
Yeah.
It's so successful. And by the way, we've always made that he loves her.
Yeah.
And, she's 81, and they're having... Look, it's weird, and no one wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
What age should she be? 76?
76, 77.
Maybe. It's funny. So, yeah. And they're, they are having sex, and she's happy.
And then, as I see this story play out, we're all like, oh, he scammed her. The club makes a lot of money, and then she passes away, and he gives half of it to her kids. You know what I mean? Like, he does the right thing. That's how the story ends. It's all the right way. You know what I mean?
So this is why we can enjoy this middle part of being inquisitive still. But at the end of the day, we're inquisitive, but we want happiness for them.
We do.
So, hold on, sorry, my phone. I love phone sex.
You got it. The more you play those, the more people go, oh, this is professional. Look. Okay, let's get... Even if you say it's the wrong one, it still sounds like, oh, they know what they're doing over there. Oh, the Todd Glass show is really hooked. Like, they have, like, a real thing. Okay. No, not that. Come on. Not that.
Hello?
Libby?
Yeah, Todd. What
Sorry,
did we get?
you.
We just got disconnected.
So you put $107,000 into this?
Yeah, I thought it was smart. I mean, it was just sitting there in a 401k making interest.
Can I talk to Lionel?
Yeah, Lionel, honey, it's Todd. He wants to say hello.
All right, baby. Hold on. Let me finish up with the Chipotle. Hey, Todd, how you doing, baby?
Hello, Lionel.
How's it going, Doctor?
Meanwhile, he makes me melt a little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He makes me melt. Like, who wants to... I can governor, president, but doctor's a good one. You know, I got to admit, even me in the bit, I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I am like a... He calls me doctor. Does he? I don't think he calls everybody... Yes, he does. Okay,
Yeah.
but let me not melt right away.
Lionel.
Hey, brother.
Listen, so you opened up a jazz club with...
Yeah, I used to run a jazz club. That was a long time ago. We used to run a jazz club right off of downtown. You know what I mean? And
I know, that's how I met you. You wanted me to do stand-up comedy?
Yeah. We get, what was it, $25 and half a sandwich? And
By the way, for real, Graham called me and fooled me. It's been a while, so I forget, but it was definitely during, like, if it was a 3-minute message for the first 2 minutes, 100% fooled.
No, I fooled you.
You were so nice, and you weren't over the top, and you were like, it was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this.
No,
or
here's
not.
what happened. I did the whole message. I literally was like, this is the voicemail.
Hey, Todd, it's Lionel, man. I got your number.
And I can't remember. I gave some comment like,
Jimmy Dore gave me your number, man. And I got this jazz club down at Long Beach. And we doing stand-up comedy, you know what I mean, on a Sunday like a jazz brunch, and we want you...
So I'm painting the worst gig ever. Doing stand-up during a jazz brunch. Like, nobody wants a stand-up comic there, let alone a white dude. Like, nobody...
We do a jazz like a gospel brunch, you know what I mean? And you're going to do stand-up in the middle, like we have one gospel
brunch. Everything's getting worse
It's worse. Like, every comic knows opening for music is the worst. Doing it after or between bands is there's nothing that's worse than doing it between strippers. You know what I mean? Like, that's nobody gives a shit.
So yeah, Todd.
So
yeah, and
so this is the voicemail I'm leaving, and I'm trying to make it. He had never heard me do this voice.
No.
So I was like, I got a chance at roping him in, and I
think you even sanded the edges off it even a little more because it was so like
it sounded
so believable.
I made it sound like a gig that someone would call you for. So I don't think I made it horrible. I think I was just like, like, yeah, come on down. We're doing a jazz brunch, sort of a comedy night. You know what I mean? And you're all come down there. You know what I mean? Do like a 45 minutes to an hour. Do your thing. You know what I mean?
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And you said I'll feed you.
I'll say, I'll get you $50 and we'll feed you. And bring that Chinese guy, Baba Miyamoto, down with you. Said. Let him do his thing. You know what I mean? Y'all be doing your thing, you know. So clearly I was doing the thing that, because I was playing through all of those types of calls that I've gotten, that we all have gotten over the years, where someone is like, and your first instinct is, oh, it's a gig. And then you start listening, and you're like, this fucking guy, no way. And then I was like, and I said, all right, man, so I think we're doing it next, you know, we started to do it every month. So, you know, just give me a call. And I left my phone number. And
I called you. You still didn't know.
You called me, and you were like, I remember.
That's right.
And I think I would have carried the joke further, but I think you called me from a blocked number. Because had I seen you call me from Todd Glass, I would have answered the phone and go, hey, baby, what's up? You know what I mean? But I went, hello, and you were like, hello, who is this? And I was like, and I was like, oh, in my head I was like, oh, fuck. Because it was a couple days later, and I think I had forgotten that I left it. And I remember being mad that I didn't remember because I could have strung it out. And I was like, it's Graham. And you went, you motherfucker. You were like, oh, my God, Graham. You started laughing. You go, Graham.
You motherfucker.
You were like, Graham, you had me when you were like, you were doing your thing, and Baba Miyamoto, the Chinese guy.
Yeah, why would you say that? But it was so under you would think, oh, come on, when he said Baba Miyamoto, the Chinese guy, you wouldn't tip it?
Yeah.
No. Because you were so nice.
Yeah,
you
I was
were
so
like, you
nice.
bring him down, let him do his thing.
I was like, yeah, you're great. I think you're awesome. And I listed, like, I think I saw you. I said, like, and I picked a gig that I knew you had done or something. And I was like, I saw you at the Improv, baby. You're doing great. You know, so you're.
Yeah, you did. Oh, that's another thing you did. You were very good at, like, look at what you're doing in your career. I'm like, oh, does he really? Did he see me on? Did he see me on Conan?
Yeah, I dropped in some things.
Did he catch the few things?
Where that's how guys like this who call you with some gig or some like twitchy, you know, college kid that wants you to perform in his dorm or whatever is like, no, man, we saw you, and they list something, and you're like, because then you always go, well, I guess he's a fan, you know, like you have by it. All right, so that was how we get.
I love it. We go right back to it.
All right. So now you're quizzing.
Hey, I'm Lionel. So let me ask you a question. It's a little weird to talk about. Are you and Libby?
I mean, you know what I mean. You know, baby.
You know what I'm trying to say.
She's a powerful woman. You know what I mean. She has a love about her, and I ain't got a lot to man to man, Todd. You know what I mean. I'm gonna go talk to you, man to man.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 57 years old. Okay. You know what I mean. And I know. I'm just saying that woman.
Libby's 87.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, well,
I made her older.
You just made her older by 10 years. All right, man, she looks 67. You know what I mean, brother? But that's between you and me. You know what I'm saying? But
thank you for sharing that. I also feel dirty now because of your comments. You know, like you make a dirty comment and that's just between you and me. Well, I'd rather it not be. Can you like have it between you and somebody else that thinks like you?
Can you not share that with me ever?
Yeah, can not because that's grossing me out.
Okay, so what? Tell me. What,
well, yeah, you know, I mean, we just connect. You know what I mean, on a level.
Are you dating?
Yeah, brother. You know what I'm saying? And
how's the jazz club doing?
It's doing great. You know what I mean? She came.
The jazz club's doing good.
The jazz club. Hey, you gotta come down right off the 710 freeway. You know what I mean? You gotta come on down there. I'm
gonna come down tonight. Is Libby singing tonight?
Yeah, Libby's singing. That woman. Nah, I'm gonna tell you. I've been in the jazz game since I was about.
I'm gonna come tonight.
You gotta come tonight, baby. I put you on the.
Meanwhile, by the way, when I
go, it's packed.
It's packed.
It's packed.
And you're expecting, like, this is going to be awful.
And it's a real stage with lighting, and it's like a 5-piece band squished in the corner.
And then Libby comes out in this, like, gorgeous sequin dress.
Yes.
And she's just like, you know.
We'll find something.
Oh,
we'll find something. But she sings. She'll do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
We'll create her.
Okay.
So I'm going to come down there.
Yeah, you come down tonight, baby. I mean, it's sold out, but I'll get you a table. You know what I'm saying?
And meanwhile, I think, oh, great. Like what? Meanwhile, I don't know. It's like a big fucking booth where it's like this Lionel takes. I feel like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
when I go
Lionel
in,
gives you kind of like the Goodfellas treatment.
It's a big deal to go to this place. I go because it's out somewhere where I never heard of. I can't imagine that it's like a cool, hip.
And when you're driving there, it's like you get off the freeway and it's like industrial area, and you're like, what the fuck, Lionel?
And then it's like a cool street.
Yeah.
And there's like a theater.
Yeah, and there's like people out front, and
Yes.
it's like happening, and you're just like, what? Like limos and people dressed to the nines. And you're like, what the fuck? What is this?
Okay, so
And then on the marquee, you would see Libby tonight, and people are like, and you literally hear people saying like you hear a couple fighting, like, you didn't get tickets for Libby, I told you, like, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
You didn't get to one night only.
On the Todd Glass Show, Grandma was back again today. Maybe Doug gave him a break tonight. Graham Elwood's back. He always brings his palm strike. Graham Elwood's back again, that's right. Talking with Todd Glass tonight again.
You're listening to the Todd Glass Show.
Hello?
Where the hits just keep on coming. I couldn't find the echo button. That was that whole gap.
Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Where the hits just
keep on.
Hello? What's going on? Oh, I touched the wrong.
You think like it's NASA goes down.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna just go to the club. I'm so excited just to see if you can put a little background noise in, like we walk into like tinkling, like the tinkling of plates and stuff. Sounds like a poor place. Can you have any rich clinking sounds? Sounds like a place where they're eating on card tables. What kind of sound effects do you get? Seriously. Meanwhile, I'm like, only spend a nickel.
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's good. Now, what are we gonna do for Libby? Like, you got to put some reverb in her mic, probably, and then I guess we walk in. She's like maybe doing some banter with the audience. Bring the music down a little. And what music, Libby? Oh wait, no, you're not gonna pick. Let's pick the music now, and we'll just do it in front of the audience as we always do. What do you want to? Let's. No, that's the other one. There was another better one, I think. Maybe she's just doing some banter in between. The crowd loves her. We're the crowd. Oh, I think she's just... Okay, ready? No, we like that other thing.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have her here tonight at the Diamond Club. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to say nothing else but Libby. Libby!
Oh, you're all wonderful. Oh, I love you, sweetheart. Oh, baby, I'm spoken for. You see that big, strong fella in the back there? That's my man, Lionel.
They put a spotlight on him and he waves.
Yeah, baby, that's right. Lionel here for you.
Oh, and that's my old friend, Todd Glass.
Oh, I'm excited. I swear to God. I swear to God, even in the bit, I got excited that Libby would point me out. I got like, oh, that's sort of cool.
Yeah.
And I wave.
There's Todd Glass. Anybody big fans of Craig Kilborn? He was on Kilborn in 2002. Everybody loves Kilborn. They've got some new English guy in there with a weird voice. I don't care for it. But Todd, you keep doing what you do. I tell you what, Todd is all diamonds. Just like here at the Diamond Lounge. And I just want to thank all of you for making tonight such a memorable night. Enjoy yourself. Tip the wait staff. Linda's a little slow with the drinks. But tip her well.
Oh, she still has that same. Oh, she
even
starts
in show business.
Even as she's wrapping up. This is her big fanfare. Thank you. She starts going. I love the crowds, but there's always exceptions.
I love the crowd. You guys are wonderful. This is a dream come true. I went 25, 30 years without singing. My first husband, Morty, God rest his soul, he left me a little bit of money, and he said, honey, whatever you do, don't buy a jazz club. And I said, Morty, you son of a bitch, I'm going to do it from... Even from the grave, he's giving me problems, this guy. Never cleaned up his underwear. Could you put a plate in a sink, Morty? I don't think you could.
This is during her show.
Yeah, this is in the middle of the show. And I think this is why people love her. This is why it's sold out.
So when I come here to the Diamond Lounge and I get to sing for you people, it reminds me of all the wonderful things I've gotten to do in my life. Because life is short and it's wonderful. And it's a cherished thing we should do. It's like a flower or a sunset. Sometimes sunsets glare too much and they hurt. And I don't, the bifocals, it's like they don't make bifocals to look at a sunset correctly. But in those moments where we're alive, we realize.
Oh, my God. Nice round of applause. Oh, Libby. She was great.
Still, like, magical on stage, but still Libby.
Hey, you want to do something funny? So no, you know what I mean, like fun. Thank you. Don't. You know what? That's what you just did what a good friend did. You knew I didn't need to be trampled on. Like I didn't mean it. I'm loving every second of it. I just meant, do you want to do something else funny? But you know what? I know a few comedians that would have taken that opportunity. Oh, what, to do the shtick that I don't want to participate in because I didn't mean it. You know I didn't mean it. And I don't want to do 10 minutes on, oh, excuse me, there's no something funny. And I have to go, no, I just meant. So thank you for being evolved. I make sure you can't say anything. Listen. I can do whatever I want. You know what's great about this show? I can do whatever I fucking want, and we'll make it fun.
Podcasting is the greatest thing in the world. Because you can do this.
The Lumineers. How did I spell it? Oh, no, before, just so it'll show how. Okay, I wanted him to play the Lumineers, and I spelled it.
Lomaner.
Lomaners. I thought loom. Oh, no, it's Lomaners. Can you play the Lumineers?
Ladies and gentlemen, here to perform an all-clucking version of the hit song "Ho Hey" by the Lumineers, please welcome the Chickeneers.
I don't want to hear this whole part. I just want to hear the fun part. Now we got to wait because Jake made a mistake.
I messed up one time, Todd? I messed up one goddamn time? You got to stop the show? It's one
Oh, no, you're overreacting. Here's what he does, and it's not going to work. So I'm supposed to say, oh, it's okay, and I have to let him have this fit. Well, you're right, it is horrible. No, it's horrible. Well, I'm glad you're reacting properly. Well, I'm glad. The only thing calming me is that you're understanding the seriousness of this situation that you put us in. No, I think you should kill yourself, and I don't mean to overreact. Oh, I can't do this. All right, you're fine. You're fine. It's a little mistake. It's not a big deal. I wish it would have been something else, but people make mistakes. It's all right. I always have to give in at the end.
I love that his character just starts screaming.
Yeah, because he knows what he's doing. Because then I have to go, because most people fall for it. Keep in mind, when he did that in the beginning, the second he did it, we were like, oh, it's okay. Like, oh, this guy's harder on himself than anybody else. You don't need. Then you figure out this manipulative fuck. If you let him, I'm going to kill myself. One time we said, good. And we were like handing him things to kill himself. because you get there eventually. But if you hear that first, you're like, oh, that's mean. We took us a long time. Ooh. So anyway, here's what I wanted to do. Well, what time is it? Almost 9. Look at you. You know, I'm really proud of you, Aristotle. Does anybody have anything nice they want to say about anything? Did you have a nice thing happen today? Could you think of one nice thing? Something simple. Could be so simple.
What happened today? Oh, my dad's in town. I had dinner with my dad.
Where did you go?
Went to an Italian restaurant on the 3rd Street Promenade.
And are you comfortable with your dad? Like his conversation just happened?
Yeah, I like my dad.
That's cool. Where's he visiting from?
Back east.
Where?
Connecticut.
I don't know east and north. It's embarrassing. Someone asked me once, do you ever get out to the West Coast?
You didn't know the part of the country you lived in?
Not that. Now I know because I was corrected. Only because I remember them saying, you don't know you live on the West Coast? But no, I don't like. I even forget. People go, oh, do you ever get to the East Coast? I go, like, give me like a city there, and then I can tell you. But I don't just know.
Like Philly, where you grew up.
Yeah, I think that's probably East Coast.
No, it's North Coast.
Ooh. Okay, well, I tried. You know, you can only try and then fail. But it's okay. So anyway, what were we just talking about? Oh, thank you. This is our meditation we do with the audience every week. So close your eyes, everybody, and put some reverb in this. Close your eyes and picture pure joy. These chickens we hear wanted to sing their whole lives. Now they're able to. And they're at the farm, and they're real chickens, not people. And they're freaking out that they're singing. And are you high in your house? Because this is all it's for. It's for you. I know a lot of people think they give their audiences I'm giving you a treat because I'm going to tell you something right now. I've got a guest sitting in front of me that's very funny, and you know what he's capable of, but I know you're high and you'll appreciate this, and we're willing to take 3 minutes out and just fucking let you love it. Enjoy it. Take more. Pause it. Seriously. I'm not telling you to take more acid or something. Go smoke more pot. Fucking live a little. We have reverb and we could join in. Play it again. We know what people... Tell us about your thing that you're raising money for. I knew I'd get the people. Just when we're in that bit, boom, I got you, you motherfuckers. Now you got to listen. Because guess what's coming after this? And don't think, I'll go 15 seconds. You stay right here with us. Because this is important that you know this, and I want you to hear it. And then when it's over, I'm going to go back to some more clucking sounds. But there actually is something.
It is where Chris Mancini, my co-host on Comedy Film Nerds, who also is one of he and I and Dave Anthony and Andy Wood put together the LA Podcast Festival, which you did the first year.
I did.
And we'll have you back. And we shot a bunch of interviews this past year and got, we just kind of we're going to use it for promotional. We got great interviews with like Mark Maron, Aisha, Doug, and Pardo, and all these people. And they were all talking very seriously about what podcasting meant to them. And how, and you know this, like this is the most, I always said like, I love, one of the things about podcasting that I love and about the festival is I get to see my friends doing exactly what they want to do. Like this show is there's nobody giving you notes. There's nobody saying, well, Todd, maybe not. Like,
do you know why I love what you're saying? And I'll make this quick because I want you to. But you could say it's interjecting. Is that sometimes like when I do love talk, I love doing the podcast, and then I spend a lot of time talking about how much I love doing it and talking about podcasting. Yes, you would not see that on a show at night. Like you wouldn't go a late night talk show host going, oh, this is you just do the show. So sometimes I feel like, should I just not talk about how? But then when you say what you're saying, it makes me think, okay, I'm not the only one.
You could do however the fuck you want.
I know, but you think like you can still like go, okay, we get it, it's fun, just do it. But when I hear you talk about it, it reminds me, yeah, that's right. I'm glad you agree because I think the same thing. Like, it's a great way to go right to the audience and get. I wanted to do maybe I'm not the only one, but like another layer to it is I wanted to do like I grew up listening to Howard Stern. Being in the car. So that was, but you can't just get that. You have to, not only do you not just get that, but you would have to get a show on a radio show where you could have the guidelines before you got to do what he gets to do.
Right.
So you didn't get to do that. You had to be like big to get to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, so it's like not like back then you go, well, you could have done radio back then. Yeah, and that blew. Radio,
they were so many
suits in radio. It's worse than TV. You go to a number one station in a market. I always ask them the same thing. Number one, 10 years, 13 years, and I always ask, I go after 13 years, like, do they like leave you alone a little? They go, you'd think, and then all along comes fucking podcasting. Yeah. So of course I'm going to fall in love with it.
It's the best thing, and I like watching you do this show, or like when you did the festival and brought a band and all that stuff, and then like Mike Schmidt talks for 3 hours, long 3-hour stories, and he has crazy loyal fans. Like Gil Martin does Mental Illness Happy, like everybody, part of all these people, and even like Mark Maron, in one of the interviews we got with him, made a great point. He was like, I like doing stand-up. I think I'm pretty good at it. But he goes, I feel like I'm more I love doing stand-up. I love it. But I'm more myself even just talking on this show or like when we do Comedy Film Nerds, because we just talk movies. And again, we're not getting notes. And Chris and I always say to each other, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Like, let's make this episode different. Like, we just interviewed my dad, because he's a retired theater professor. And we're just like, I want to interview my dad. Yeah.
So wait,
sounds like we need to get Graham on Mark Maron, if you know what I mean.
Well, tell me what. So I sidetracked it. So this thing that you're doing from a lot of the interviews you had, which I did, the people that were interviewing the year I did it, you were also sending around cameras the year I did it. Was that by you?
That was by us. That was
Steve
Feinhardt. Steve Feinhardt was interviewing, and he was going to make a podcast documentary. Like, great, come to the festival, shoot as much as you want, and then that fell apart. He's the one guy who did Bitter Buddha. And
I know Steve Feinhardt, friend of the show.
He's a great dude.
He's really got us into a few situations.
Steve got us into another pickle.
So that
podcast, that documentary fell apart, and then Chris and I were looking, and we were like, why don't we? Chris said it to me. He goes, Graham, who knows more about podcasting and making movies? And like, I've made a documentary. Chris is a filmmaker too. I'm like, let's do this. So, and we wanted to show the connection to the fans, because I'm sure you've gotten this too. Every show has gotten emails and stuff saying, your show got me through this. Whatever, even if it's just I have this boring job and your show gets me through it. And some of it's like, you got me through chemo or whatever. And we want to make a movie that talks about how unique podcasting is and the connection you have to
go to those people too.
Yeah,
be able to...
yeah, that's one of the things we're raising money for, because we need $135,000, because half of the budget is going to be, I want to fly to wherever, Iowa, or somebody,
and make these connections
and show the person.
Of now, these connections have been only through emails.
Yeah.
You know what? First of all, when you told me in the
it's one of the reasons why we did the festival. I was like, I want all these people under one roof and have a party. I want to meet them and have a party with them. But what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was going to say that when you first told me, obviously, like, I knew it was something in this area, but then instantly I'm so intrigued by that one aspect of it that I'm like, yeah, this is like so you have a Kickstarter.
We have a Kickstarter campaign. The movie is called Earbuds, the podcasting documentary. If you go to Kickstarter and just type in Earbuds, you can see it, or you can go to comedyfilmnerds.com, and we have a banner ad at the top you can click through, and you can get cool stuff. You can donate for as little as $5. You can get a download of the movie, a DVD. Companies have started to donate, like Squarespace is donating free web hosting for a year.
No, they didn't give me anything.
And so, like, Tweaked Audio has given actual earbuds, so on some of the levels, and you can. If you got a lot of money, you can be a producer on the film, which takes little to no talent or ability.
I really there's not that many.
That's
like,
a slam.
That
That's a slam on Hollywood.
Listen, you don't got to make fun of Hollywood. They're here. That's that I want to see that. Like that's going to pull. First of all, there's nothing wrong with saying this, because it pulls on your heartstrings sometimes when you exactly what you're talking about.
Well, one of the things I would want to talk about,
and then you get to see that person,
is how important it's become to all of us, especially in this sort of LA podcast comedy community. And I want to get shows outside of that world, but like, you came out of the closet. You didn't do it on Conan O'Brien. You did it on Mark Maron's podcast, and it was a
Edit that out. Some of the new listeners don't know. It was a very small, isolated group that I was honest with, and now we go back to, please, seriously, mark that 222, 420, and play a loud pan crashing, just in case there's any residual.
So just a weird sound effect in the middle of nowhere. Just
for that, you know what, do me a favor, because of my neuroses, because I'm so afraid of sounding maudlin. We're talking about the element of podcasting that is that. But then there's also, I would just be intrigued, and I know you're going to agree with me, when some kids that went to some university in Miami, I think in Ohio, and they sent me a video of them watching the show, like just having a good time, and they were doing some of the shit we were doing. I'm like, that's fucking is so cool.
Great. Like, I want to show somebody.
So it's silly too.
Silly, of course it's silly. I want to show the connection between the podcaster and the fan. And that's what the movie's about. The Kickstarter ends February 24th. So donate.
If you people don't fucking do this, I'm going to be very upset with you. And I've never said that on this show since I've started. But now I'm really going to have to tighten my belt. Seriously, don't be a fucking cheap fuck. It's so disgusting. No one's going to like you.
And we want podcasting is made by the fans.
Can I tell you something? I'm watching you through your earbuds. Oh, look at me. I'm Todd and I'm in your ear. I'm going to see if you give money to Graham. I'm going to be with you all day. These are the new characters that I have.
Squeaky and...
I'm glad I took a deep breath there. No one will ever notice the edit. So the Kickstarter, did you get all that information?
Yep. Yeah, go to Kickstarter.com and type in Earbuds, the podcasting documentary, and it ends February 24th. And we want the podcast fans to have ownership of this movie, so jump in.
I love it. I really do.
I'm excited to make it.
I mean, I don't know why I want you to do this, and maybe you're like, there's no reason, but this is a little song that I've asked most people on the show to sing, and Rory got it pretty quick. Some people still can't get it. I'm all right with it, but most people need to listen to it like to George Carlin, like listen to it like 2 or 3 times, and then they pick it up. So can you want to see how you do?
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, hi, hello, this is the chat guy. Hey, hi, hello, thanks for stopping by. I like you and I hope you like I. Hey, hi, hello, hey, hi, goodbye.
That last part's hard. Hey, hi, hello.
Hey, hi, goodbye.
Do you want to hear it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, hi, hello, this is the chat guy. Hey, hi, hello, thanks for stopping by. I like you and I hope you like I. Hey, hi, hello, hey, hi, goodbye.
Now, I'm letting you sing along with it. So if you have it 95%, you have it 100%. Because you got a second here or two to cheat.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give him some reverb and do this right?
I know. It's tight ship.
Thank you. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
I'll edit this out. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, hi, hello, this is the chat guy. Hey, hi, hello, thanks for stopping by. I like you and I hope you like I.
Hey, hi, hello, hey, hi, goodbye.
Oh, you did it. I didn't think you were doing it, and then I kept lowering the music, and I'm like, oh, he is doing it. Why am I making it harder for him? I'm like, play it again. Here's me. I'm like,
hey, hi,
wait,
hello,
is he
this
singing?
is the chat guy.
I'm like, oh,
Hey, hi, hello, hi.
Hello? Are
Hello?
you? It's Todd.
Hi,
I'm
goodbye.
sorry. Shut off all the
Hi,
music.
goodbye.
Hi, hey, hi, hello, hey, hi, goodbye.
Can I ask you a personal? Well, we'll do that. We'll close with that. You were good at that. Free tacos. What is that about? Free tacos. Oh, you want to hear something? I don't know why this made me so happy. These three kids, they go through the Taco Bell drive-thru. They look like they're probably maybe in high school, and you might think that I edited out the part that's worth hearing, but I didn't. I think they sing their order. They talk about it, then they sing their order. But to me, the best part is when they find out they're getting it for free. Like, they're so excited, and I love it. It's just so, like, it's pure it's like, reminds me of just, like, well, what I'm always thankful we get to do as comedians. Right. They're so excited. It's such a great, just good. So anyway, they sing their order, like, we'll get it. You know, they sing it on the guitar. They all have their harmony. They sort of rehearse it a little bit, but it's cool. And then the woman goes, you hear her laughing, and then they go, they're getting it free. Here's how excited they are.
It's freaking free! Yeah! Sick!
Which one? First or second?
Listen to what the one kid says at the end. I love it. It's worth waiting for.
Hey, guys!
Yeah, baby!
Fuck to that.
Thanks. That's freaking free, dude. You got it free? Oh my god. That's so tight. I can't believe they got it all. That was sick. Yeah!
Hey, we should do this more often.
Yeah,
no
we
kidding. We gotta go hit up McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah!
Wendy's,
I'm
Baconator.
sorry. Yeah, you. And some free food up at McDonald's. Have a wonderful day.
You too,
Thank
man.
you.
Good looking. Sick tits, dude. Free food.
Yeah! Woohoo! This is called a victory, right?
Sick tits, dude. Free food. And it's not even, it's so gentle and beautiful that he would say that. Sick tits, dude.
Oh, man.
They're so excited.
You listen to that, and I remember just being like, God, you remember when free, like, you know what I mean? Like, when being like 17 and being like, fuck, that was going to cost us $12.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get that. Oh, man.
I remember my friend, he goes, watch this, I'll get us free hamburgers. And he went back up to the counter, and he came back with free hamburgers. I'm like, what did you do? He goes, I just told him they didn't taste as good as they normally do. but he was like 16 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, when you're 16, that guy's got a superpower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
oh, how did he fucking do that? He just did it.
Well, I drove, so I might have been 17. So anyway, that shit sucked the fucking shit out of that bit. Wow, motherfucker. Well, we going for
Alan Strickland Williams.
You have anything you want to say, Alan?
Thanks, Todd.
Oh, give me a one-liner. I hate to say it like that. I feel like it's like, is that wrong? No, that's right. I don't want to, go. What do you? Hey, how you doing? Give me another one-liner. Okay. Give him reverb. I think it'll help. And by the way, I'm going to buy you a reverb box for the road if this helps.
My girlfriend's really into role playing, which is fine. But I'm a little worried because the role I got last night was man number 3.
Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland Williams.
I'm just putting enough down in case you meet a girl you want to fool around. You have enough betting music. You bring her into bed, you press play, and then you...
Alan Strickland Williams. 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 Alan Strickland Williams.
Hey, hi, hello. Hey, we have a sponsor. I hate to do this to us, but I'm sorry. It's a new thing. I'll tell you what, if you don't know how to cook and you like to make desserts and you want to make desserts easy, because I know I can't. I would love to be able to make desserts, but I can't make them. And I'll tell you what, this is an answer to your problems. We'll be back right after this.
You love delicious homemade desserts, but recipes can be complicated and take so long.
This is
to make.
real, by the way.
Hi, Kathy Mitchell here with my new Dump Cake Cookbook. Forget measuring. Now you can easily make homemade desserts in minutes. It's as simple as dump and bake for delicious desserts every time. Guaranteed.
Pause it.
Watch
the
this.
reason I love this is they're so afraid that people don't want to put any love into a recipe. And by the way, we're not making fun of that they do this. At least I think you'll agree with my perspective. This works. They've figured out. It's not like they're going, like, who would want to make... there's no love in it. Just dump and wait to hear the ingredients. It's just, it goes to anybody that just is like, I could give a fuck how it makes it or what's in it. I don't give a fuck what's in it. I don't want to fucking do anything.
Wouldn't you just
that takes
buy
time.
a goddamn box cake?
I want to make pretend a little. Can you leave me the fuck alone?
Just go to a goddamn bakery and buy a fucking cake that's
make
pre-made.
pretend a little, but I don't want to do anything at all. Can't I just dump something in and make pretend I cooked it?
Oh, Jesus. Just buy a fucking cake
No.
and put it in the oven and pull it out when your guests come over.
Too much work. I want to dump it in. Technically, play this infomercial. This could be what I need.
This. Start with fruit, dump on your favorite cake mix, and finish with a can of soda. Or you can use diet for your dessert.
By the way, what if she goes, she's not even saying put it in the cake mix. She's just like drinks it. She's that like wants to make middle America think that drinking a soda is part of making this cake. Dump your cake in the bundt pan and then finish with a can of soda and then crack it open. Gilt.
You've worked hard. You need to celebrate.
You just dumped some shit in a fucking pie mix. You need to put down your gloves and go out and drink more soda.
You know what, honey? You've earned it. Have a soda. Like
you've been making pastries all day. Now finish up with a nice dump cake. Let me hear more about this dump cake. That should be a joke.
Delicious raz and peach dump cake. Oh, so scrumptious. Look,
she's so full
your
of
kids
shit.
will devour
By the way, can't she even act like she gives a fuck? So scrumptious. Play it again. She's so fucking... By the way, we're overanalyzing it, but not really.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Like, you have to act, so scrumptious. There's words. When something's scrumptious, it does something for every bit of your taste buds. It just delights you. And you don't go, so scrumptious.
I remember when I first moved to L.A., and I was living with Paul Goebel, and I were roommates, and he would watch like late night TV, and he's like, I came home one night, and he was like, you gotta watch this infomercial guy. I'm like, what? He goes, this guy's amazing. And it was some like, car coat, like,
yes,
you put it on and it turns out the scratches. And this guy was so fucking into it. And he'd be like, do this. And we go, okay, we're going to shoot a laser into this. All right. And you're going to see how this, not even a laser can do it. And he goes, all right, beam on. And we were like, and at first I thought Goebel was nuts. And I was like, this fucking guy, he goes, this is the best actor on TV I've ever seen in my life. Because this is the dumbest product, and this guy fucking sold it. So what you're saying is correct when she's like, it's so scrumptious. You don't fucking believe this dumb cake. You don't believe what you're saying.
It's so delicious. Pop a can of soda and eat a fucking Twinkie. Like, that's what she's saying. Like, you're such an asshole.
Make cake in your mouth. Eat a Twinkie and then swallow some sugar.
Congratulations. You just had a birthday party in your stupid mouth. It's like if Laura Silverman was like doing this, like just angry, stupid.
Put cake in a skillet. And easy? Here's the cake mix. Just dump on the good stuff. Chocolate chips, marshmallows, even chocolate cookies. Bake and voila.
That's
the best dessert ever. Now here's one of my favorites. Just dump syrup, sugar, cinnamon, and nuts in a pan, and then just layer in some biscuits. For fresh, warm, sticky...
That sounds awful.
Can I tell you something so you know I'm being honest? It does, but I bet it's good. Because think of this. The muffins, they get the sugar, and they become cinnamon buns, basically. So you put muffins in. I think the muffin should go in first, but they didn't make it sound like that.
You just throw this on the shit and cook it like...
I get it, though. It's horrible overall. But this one I like.
Just buy fucking muffins.
Right.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? It's okay, go ahead.
I'm mad just like Grandma used to make.
No, shut up. Shut the fuck up. There's no grandmother on the planet that just dumped sugar and syrup and buns into a thing and shook it around. Like, what are you talking about? This woman is a goddamn filthy liar.
By the way, Graham, to George Carlin, there's a ridiculousness in the way we're saying it. But I agree. I said I figured it out a while ago, and I don't judge that many people. But these people, I used to think, no, they're evil.
You're evil. You're evil.
And then I want to go, well, come on, would I turn it down? Or look, I get to judge people, even I'm not saying at that moment I wouldn't be weak, but I still get to look at it for the truth. They're just so, it's some of the people on the Home Shoppers channel too. It's like, oh no, I get good showmanship. I get a guy that's selling this weird sponge outside. The shit that they sell sometimes, and they know it's garbage, and they talk about it for an hour. Oh, that's got to suck the shit out of you.
Come on. I mean, we're all salesmen. And
by the way, there's comedians like that too. Their acts are that. Josh points to himself. Like that's a good thing. Yeah, over here. Anyway, I think what I said made sense, but mark it just in case it didn't.
No, it made
I don't need calls from Ahooga. That's the way I covered up in post. What? Oh, yeah, let me hear more.
And get speedy mug recipes. Crushed pineapple, angel food cake mix, 1 minute in the microwave, and yummy pineapple upside dump cake.
It really is mistake-proof. You just dump and bake. I never knew homemade desserts could be this easy.
You don't need to spend hours to make homemade cakes. Get my dump cake cookbook today for only $10, and you too can make 5-star desserts in a flash. But wait, call now and get my amazing dump dinner cookbook. Easily make meals in minutes, like my deeply delish pizza. Or my hearty beef and pasta dump dish. Don't even brown the beef. Dump in uncooked pasta and sauce, top with cheese and cook. Your family will want a second helping.
I made the caramel apple dump cake in just 20 minutes. It was the best dessert ever.
You'll get both cookbooks, dump cakes and dump dinners for just $10 with over 250 homemade recipes. Here's how to order.
Wait a minute. I thought she was selling like a cooking machine. She's selling a cookbook?
Yes.
Of just nonsense?
Yeah, it's like this. There's like yeah. Yes, I thought she had something. I thought she had some cake mix, but she doesn't even have that.
You just chuck it all, and she's like, and then she
chuck this into there. She figured out something.
Put this in a skillet. Put this in the microwave.
You know what she saying? I'll tell you what she figured out. I have a feeling. Now, keep in mind, I'm not defending her. How dare you think maybe I would be? But you know how someone figured out that you can make lasagna and you don't have to cook the shells? Like you just layer it in there.
Right.
Changes making lasagna. Like you can imagine that you don't have to boil the noodles and layer them in. So someone figured out you can just put the hard noodles in. Put the cheese, hard noodles, cheese, hard noodles.
And it all cook.
And it all cooks somehow. It's pretty good, right? So she probably figured out some way where you just dump cake mix in, and there's a process you thought you used to have to do that you don't. You just add shit to it.
How does it come out? Look, like it just sounds
Here's
like...
the thing. I bet those muffin things. I'm being honest with you. Like, as much as I agree with you, think, well, how's Todd making it complete? What do they call it, a 360 here?
180.
A 180? Whatever they call it. And explain more. What did the guy tell me to do up front? I wouldn't do it this slow in real life. Hold on.
Tom Martin.
All right, he loves that. He really does. When he's not on the show, this is all the joy he gets. So while I look for this,
Tom Martin.
All right, Tom, you happy? what I do. I give to you, Tom. It's the only way he can come.
Tom Martin.
Okay. So anyway, back to you.
That was what am I supposed? What back to me about what? We're talking about dump cake.
Yeah, that's what I don't mean back to you. I mean back to the situation. So, is there more dump cake? Oh, that's it. So full of shit. Oh, we were talking about how full of shit these people are. I agree.
I can't. That makes me mad.
And
you
then,
know what I mean?
I know, and then the part about this is it's like the what we're talking about. I forget what we're talking about. The dump cake. What are we talking about it?
I don't remember.
No, yes, you do.
No, Graham, come on.
You were saying that the biscuits would work somehow.
Oh, God bless you, Aristotle. You're the only one that does anything around here. Seriously. I bet as much as I get the ridiculousness of it, and it just sounds unappealing, and dumb dinners. It's like the whole thing is like, oh, don't worry about putting love into anything. You know, it's just like dumping it. But I bet you those things, if you took them, you're taking. Even though I was confused on the order that they did it, basically, if you put biscuits in the bottom of a pan and then poured brown syrup and brown sugar and baked them, you have cinnamon buns basically, and they're going to be fucking unbelievable. So. It probably would taste pretty good. Those muffin ideas.
I don't see it though.
It would if you put it on a cutting block at a fine restaurant, and they go, our chef makes them every night. And you brought them out, you'd go, shut the fuck up. Especially if they took a little vanilla glaze maybe and they sprinkled it on the top, squirted it a little. But I'm talking muffins, brown syrup, and sugar. That's it, and bake them. Bring them to your table as they come out of the oven on a wooden chopping block. Yes, you're going to go, shut the fuck up. You got it? You want to go at it? I'll go make them at my house. Right now, I'll go make them. I would, just to teach you a lesson.
If you made them exactly the way she says,
yes,
and they come out and they taste right.
Oh, they're going to. I'm 100% positive.
I don't think
I
so.
will kill myself if you don't like them. Literally, I've never made that bet. Now, let me ask you a question. First of all, hold on. I take that back. I take it back.
No.
Do you like cinnamon buns?
Yeah, I do. No, I don't eat them regularly.
Me neither, but if they were something that were healthy and it tasted like that, you just don't eat them because there's so much sugar. But just purely for the taste of them, a good cinnamon bun with the bread and
of course, they're amazing.
The right gooiness of the
great.
dough, and then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And with vanilla glaze. Oh God, motherfucking rest in peace, may the Lord have mercy on my soul.
If you made those to me, Todd, if I came to your house and you made them, and you were like, Graham, it's exactly like the dump cake recipe.
I wouldn't lie to you.
You wouldn't. I know you're a man of your word.
I know I'm a man.
And I ate them, and I was like, Todd, no bullshit. We've known each other a long time. These,
you're not okay. What would I do?
Here's what I would do. I would say, close your eyes, and then seltzer bottle.
The meter maid, the same thing. You get her.
Every time.
You go up and you thank her for the ticket. You go, it's not that I'm happy I got the ticket, but you con her into liking you.
Here's what you do. The meter maid, you go, look, I know you got people yelling at you all day, mad that you got the ticket. I'm a grown man. I let the meter expire.
Well, I appreciate that because I don't like giving tickets, but it's my job.
It is your job, and I appreciate you doing it.
Okay, well, thank you.
And you're generating revenue for the city.
Well, you'll be the first person that would know that because I don't hear that. I hear people complain all day because they are not responsible and they can't put money in my meter. People ask me if I've ever done it. You know what I say? I go, no, I haven't. I put money in meters.
I tell you what, this might sound weird. Do you know you're a little sexy when you start getting mad like that? When you walk around, I got to be honest with you. I was like, I'm not going to put any more money in that meter because I hope I get to talk to this lady. I like.
Well, no, I don't.
Little kitty cat scratches, if you know what I mean.
That's great. You get her back to your place.
Yeah.
Then you go.
Yeah. Seltzer water. And then I run out. Oh, every time. I thought you said you loved me. I do. And I got a clown noise that honks.
You have to keep remembering. You're doing the seltzer water.
Yeah. While I drink,
All right, you got me enough.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to have a little fun.
Oh my God! How long were you going to do it?
I was going to do it until I ran out of the first bottle. Here's the second one. Who likes sprinklers? Imagine if this was coming out of my dick.
Back on the Todd Glass Show. Grandma was back again today. Maybe Doug gave him a break tonight. Grandma was back.
All right. What time is it? Oh my God! I hate to do that. It seems like it takes the fun out of the room when you ask what time it is.
9:32.
Is it really? Look at us. Well, it goes quick, everybody.
Always fun.
Oh God damn it. So look at you, Jake. By the way, fun show today. Put that call on hold. It was fun. I'm glad you guys came by. Josh Androwski, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Alan Strickland Williams. Thank you. It was fun. I'm glad you guys were.
Alan Strickland Williams. Alan Strickland Williams.
Don't stop that. Seriously, stop that.
Alan Strickland Williams.
Jake, I'm not shitting around. Jake, you know we have a safe word on the show, and I'm going to fucking say it. I swear to God, if you think it's funny. Potato salad. I just said potato salad. I don't mind it. That's fucking bullshit, man. It's not funny. I won't laugh at it later. Potato salad! I demand you. I've said potato salad, and you know potato salad is a sacred word around here.
It's the Jake Adams Show.
Oh, okay.
Voted #1 by the Podcasters Association
Did
of
I
America.
pay for that, you pile of shit? Is that what you do? I get it when you order. I get it. I don't look at the bills. You had yourself a jingle made, and you know what? I'm able to laugh at myself. You got one over on me. Chicken salad and potato salad. Do not do it. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, this is the closing to the closing.
Was a little boy.
This is a true story.
Of having a podcast, the only dream I'd ever known. It's all I ever wanted, yeah. I wanted a podcast. Now I've got my own show, and it gets better every day. And it gets funnier in every way. And it gets deeper, that I can say. Do I love it? My oh my.
So we want to thank you all for coming by tonight. And Libby, get Libby on the phone. We're going to say goodbye to her. And what a fun way to go to close. We had a fun song. Thank you, lyricist Joe. As always, we love you. And we close the way I want to close. Oh, Libby, hi.
Hi, Todd. How are you? It's so great. We've been spending a lot of time together on the phone.
Yes, we have. How you're doing good?
I'm doing great. You know me, just easy breezy like a dandelion in the wind on a spring day. You know, but not a wind. But, you know, sometimes in the spring it's a little polleny, you know what I mean? And then I start sneezing and it's weird. And they don't make the right Kleenexes anymore.
I got a break. I feel guilty. Look, this is what I have to do. Asking her if she does what I want to ask. Is it okay for the bit like that I asked Libby?
You gotta do it. Come on, Todd.
Okay. So listen, Libby, there's something I want to talk to you about.
You know, okay, sweetie, what do you want to shoot?
I mean, it's, I just want to make sure that, that it's okay. It's a little personal. You're dating Lionel.
Yeah, I mean, you get to be a gal at my age, Todd, and I just thought that, you think that love is over. You're not going to meet the right fella, and then along comes Lionel, that big locomotive of love.
All right.
I mean? He's a strong man.
We don't got to talk. That's not. It's your. I'm happy for you, but she wants to get so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's making me just because I don't look at her that way. Well, all right. Well, can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm getting too personal with you.
Todd, we've known each other a lot of years. When you and we met up in Fresno with that weird fella Graham. And
Graham Elwood. No,
yeah.
Graham's a good guy.
Is he still doing those dumb game shows? They were so stupid. You know what I mean? He didn't be out there running around in those shirts like, oh, hey, in the lightning round. I didn't understand. I'm sure he's a sweetheart. I know he's a sweetheart. What is he doing now? He goes on the road with a marijuana person or something?
That's the little bit she knows about the business.
That's it.
He goes to the room with
The marijuana person? One of the chongs or something?
Well, well, I do want to ask you this.
Hey, Todd, of course, you ask me whatever you want, sweetie.
You fuck that shit?
Oh. I think that's not appropriate. I don't know why.
All right, well, that's it.
Why would you say that?
I forgot to do it. Because I got paranoid that I wasn't in the mood to dance around. I thought, I'm tired. I wonder if everybody else is. So I just played the song and then I sat back down. Do I leave all this in?
Yeah.
I do? As a punishment?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Why are you getting me nervous? Because you
know what you did wrong.
So I just thought we could just say goodnight.
Yeah, let's say goodnight.
Why? We did enough.
That was a great show.
Listen, I'd like to end with a nice song. We'll just go to that. That's all.
Aristotle, look at him over there. He's picking shit out of his pussy every week like a true.
When I make a promise, I keep my promise. Promise for these listeners. I'll give you 5 minutes of it. We're just going to sit here and listen to it with you. But 5 minutes. I'm not kidding around. Enjoy it. We're going to be here with you. We're not going anywhere. And we're gonna let this thing breathe. We're not gonna sit and interrupt it. But I don't want you to think, because what happens is you're gonna think, oh, they let the song go. We're with you. We're gonna be here with you. Graham, you're here still.
I'm in. I'm not going anywhere.
Everybody, Alan, you're here.
I'm here.
Graham's here. I mean, Jake and Aristotle. Close your eyes. This song could be so much more spiritual than you would. I never thought this song would be the song, the mantra of my life. Enjoy. Graham, look at you. I thought you were done, and I go.
ToddGlass.com. Todd gonna let the dogs out. Todd gonna let the dogs out. Blah, Todd Glass let the dogs out. Todd Glass let the dogs out.
Kickstarter.
Earbuds. Blah 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 blah.
Information about the Kickstarter.
Check out my YouTube channel. Blah 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 blah.
Is this enough? Did we give you enough? No, we didn't.
No.
See, this is the relationship that you're sitting there. You're going, I know they think to stop, but I'm here and I could fucking go. We're going. Please, we're not fucking bailing on you. We get it. We get it. More. Please, we're not stupid.
We gotta go hit up McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah!
Wendy's,
I'm sorry.
Baconator.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you.
And some free food up at McDonald's. Wonderful day.
You too,
Thank
man.
you.
Good looking. Sick tits, dude. Free food.
Missed me, you dumb fuck. Ah, you stupid fuck, you missed me again. You can't shoot a gun. Again. You can't make a chicken get killed in this bit, otherwise it doesn't end fun. So no matter what he shoots, I gotta go, fuck you, you missed me. Otherwise this bit ends shitty. As a present to Jake, because I know he wants to do this, we're going to let him do a 1-minute solo with no interruptions. Please give him a lot of reverb and show him the respect he deserves. His name is Jake Adams, and he'll be reciting the Lumineers, the Cluckers. He'll do it with no, just purely you.
Jenny from the black.
I like he has control over the music, so I can't.
Can I have my eyes?
He's got. I'm trying to bring it back in, but I realize his eyes are closed over there. Okay, everybody. I think we did a nice job. Where do you end? You got to end somewhere. Part of us all wanted to say no. But in all seriousness,
thanks for having me on the show. It was
thank you.
A lot of fun. Got a Kickstarter, guys. It was Comedy Film.
It was fun, and we do. By the way, thank you for doing that longer than anybody else would have done it.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But we got to say goodbye. So anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. We'll ride you out of here with a little Lumineers, but just because it's so silly at this point. But we're done. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
We weren't going to leave you. son of a bitches. We're all we've got. Hey, you bring down that Bobby Miyamoto. Lionel, come on, Lionel. Oh, get Lionel on the phone. Hold on, let me get you on the phone. Let's make it professional. Get Lionel on the phone. Okay, back to the. Shut the.
Hey, Todd.
Lionel.
Hey, I got the Lumineers down at the Jazz Club.
Oh, we're playing them here.
Yeah. You know what I got? I got one thing I want to say to you about the Lumineers. You know what I mean? Like a funky chicken, baby.
Is Libby there?
Hold on. Hey, Libby. Hey, Todd.
Hey, Libby, I love you. I heard the bar's doing great.
The club is packed. We're having a great time.
We're playing the Lumineers at our podcast. We've been doing it for like 10 minutes, so we decided to call you, and I hear it in the background. Let me hear it in the background. You can hear it like the
Oh, I love it.
You're playing the same song we're playing.
Yeah.
You want to sing along?
I'd love to, Todd. I mean, singing sometimes hurts my teeth. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
It couldn't sound.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I grew up on a farm, Todd. I know how a chicken sings. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Lion. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Let Lionel sing, Libby.
You know me, I'm easy breezy.
Let Lionel come to the phone. Lionel.
Yeah, baby, how you doing?
I want to hear you. Give us a little bit.
All right, let's get it downtown.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's right. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I can blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my God. He makes it good, actually. He gives it some soul.
That's right. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
That's right, Lionel.
Blah. Guess what, Todd? Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
You think I really am going to do that to you? Stop it. You're being silly. Stop being silly. We're going to do this until every person in the world is happy. We're on a mission and we're not done. Blah, 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 blah. I want to thank Jimmy Fallon, otherwise we would not have this song to do this with. in the final moment as you closed your eyes and you put your head in the pillow, your sleep became deeper and deeper. You went from a joyous podcast to a calm that will be like no calm you've ever had before. And each of us will take our last moments in calmingly putting some wisdom and words or just kind thoughts in your ears. Doesn't have to be that much. That's the way today's show will end. We will take maybe 30 seconds each and put some love in the people's ears. I'd like to start. You know the way I feel. Graham?
That was everything that is great about comedy and podcasting.
You know what? At first, I was going to do the joke answer because I was like, "What?" I was going to go. You know the way I feel, but you're right.
It was everything that was great about podcasting. I didn't want it to end. I wanted to keep doing it.
I know. Me too.
I felt moments of like tears of joy in the middle of it.
But it doesn't. You can't feel any like just sillier. It's just. It's like it's more than just making you laugh. It's also this just to let yourself go. And that it sounds a little cliche, but it is true. You do let yourself go, like in this like. It's just,
and every time we'd bring it down and then come back and everyone at the table would jump in and the tambourine started coming out. It was fucking awesome.
Now listen, to George Carlin, we do have to, what do we do now? Do we just say, can we, I'll let you have the final 10 seconds. Because now it gets into a situation. I think you know the situation we're in right now. And I don't mean to make a big deal about a situation. We're certainly ending on a positive note. And I don't mean to alarm people. But we've got ourselves in a situation where people are expecting us to play it again, and we can't do it forever. So we're going to have to sort of just say at one point, sure. Let's giggle and turn the mics off.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Discovering truth will make me free. I like you just the way you are. Please won't you be my neighbor? Do you ever talk about love with somebody you care for? I hope you do. I think I'll make a snappy new day. Next time you're here with headphones in your ear, there's a lot of show left, so stay right here.
I know you don't want that one, but that's the one you're getting. If I do a second one, you won't use it. I mean, I'll do it again, but I'll be like, hi, this is Todd Glass. Please go visit my store and visit toddglass.com. By the way, everything in my store, every single product is cheaply made. Because we're green.
Because we've got Todd Glass. We've got Todd Glass. We've got high on the mic with reverb glass. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, sit and let the time pass. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show. Hey,